Gravy gang! What is going on, guys? Pass the Gravy, episode 518 with Alex, Pat, and welcoming back Bobby Jokes. I don't know if it's Bo or it's just the Dab King now. He's the Dab King. He's back from vacay / not vacay because we did make him work a little bit. But it's good to have you back, buddy. Did you miss us at all?
Yeah. I mean, yes, of course.
No,
you guys are all thinking about.
Wow.
You were like,
did you think what we said was hilarious? We like these guys. Funny.
Yeah, I don't know if I appreciated the Saudi thing, but
we thought you'd be stoked.
I kind of
you
admittedly
I
forgot about that bit.
That's a big win for you.
It was a huge win. Now you're not the bad guy. Well, you are still sort of the bad guy, but not as bad.
I don't know. The U.S. is like
socially accepted,
suing to try to block the merger. So
it seems chill.
Robert, if there's one thing I know about the legal system, it's that if you throw enough money at something, it goes away, and they have enough money to throw at this.
They've got all the money.
I don't know if you know this, but politicians love taking money under the table.
They do. So
it's like their favorite thing.
Like, do you know anything about FIFA? Maybe not. But, like, they basically ran FIFA, and that's how the World Cup just happened in Qatar, even though it had to, like, move seasons where they were having it and all that shit. It's crazy shit.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I'm glad to be back.
We were stoked for you. Who's your favorite to win the U.S. Open? Favorite live golfer?
Maybe the one that like stays in line the most. It toes company. Company man.
Company guy. Phil Mickelson, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say Phil. I guess he's going for Phil then.
You're a Phil Mickelson guy. But Robert says put all your money on Phil Mickelson.
I think he just said put all your money on Greg Norman. Because Phil was pretty upfront about saying, I'm just here for the money. I'm getting money. Greg Norman was the mouthpiece for them, so that would really be the company guy.
Is he playing?
I mean, I'm sure he has a lifetime exemption. He might show up.
So you're a Mickelson guy. This US Open. We're talking golf, everybody. We're talking golf on Pass the Gravy. As I was doing some prep, I had the TV on in the background, and I every year this comes around. It's about 2 times a year. In the winter, it's how to stay and avoid the cold, and in the summer it's always the beat the heat, guys. There's coming up, we got 5 ways to beat the heat this summer. Now what you're gonna need to do is realize you gotta stay inside instead of being outside for prolonged periods of time. Also, drink plenty of water. Don't forget to put on your sunscreen. Don't forget to put on that sunscreen. Maybe wear a cap if you can, huh? Maybe put a towel over your head, huh? Do something to protect you from the sun. And those are the ways to beat the summer heat. And it's like the same 5 or 6 things. We're like, who has not thought of that? There's never like, we got this brand new way, dude. We got this brand new way to do it. It's like, no, we know. What is it, like cool down? Like, go swimming. Oh, no way. I never thought of that.
I would expect if they're going to say a brand new way, it would be like, if it's just you and your friend and you're out and it's hot, just spit in each other's faces. Just do it. Don't say it's gross. Don't kink shame. 2023. Can't do that anymore. Spit in each other's faces. Like I would do that for you, Alex. I'd spit in your face if you were really hot.
Yeah. Or like learn how AI can help you keep cool.
I've actually had that rule for years.
Maybe it's made by AI because it is everything AI would just say. And it's the same stuff every summer. And then in the winter, it's like ways to stay warm this winter. Don't forget to wear layers. Get your winter coats on and put them on. Wear them. Blanket up, bundle up. Kind of the same thing as wearing winter coats. Don't forget to not leave windows open. Bring all your plants inside so they don't die. Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. I had no idea that if I put on more clothes, I would be a little bit warmer. Don't forget to turn up those thermostats.
I have one. I have a way to beat the heat, actually. So a little story. My brother was mowing the backyard today, and when he was all done, because he trimmed an edge and it was really long, He did it no shirt on, just covered in grass. So he was like, "Hey, I want you to go grab the leaf blower and just blow the grass off of me." And I'm like, "Well, that's not going to work. You're sweaty. It's stuck to you." He's like, well, at least some of it will. And some of it did come off. But also then we discovered that if you're wearing shorts and you put a leaf blower up your shorts and turn it on I was going to say as a dude, I'm assuming for ladies too, fucking mind-blowing,
Anybody
dude.
with shorts, yeah, I would imagine.
Feels, dude, to get that much air just like when it's this hot outside, blast a little air at your gooch from a leaf blower. I'm telling you guys, try it.
Also, why wouldn't you just spray him with like a hose?
I don't own a hose.
Okay.
Never needed one.
Well, and I guess you had a leaf blower, so you were good.
But yeah, I got a new way to beat the heat. You shove that leaf blower up your short leg and you turn it on, and your boys are going to feel like they're sitting on a cloud.
Sitting on a cloud, huh?
Yeah.
Right, little summer tip to beat the heat from Past the Gravy.
Yeah. Blow air at your nethers.
I need to make a graphic, a beat the heat graphic, and just be like, all right, beat the heat, put leaf blower up shorts, stay away from lava if near volcano.
That would be a good shirt. Have somebody draw it
Sunscreen.
up where it just says beat the heat and some dude's blowing air up his shorts. That's a good shirt. By the way, go buy our 4th of July shirts, guys. It's coming up quick.
What's the deal with our store, Robert?
We got the new store, but we just gotta
store's good to go.
We gotta figure out what things we're keeping.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta
But
migrate some things over.
pastgrademerch.com, do not go there. Is that what you're saying?
It'll be the old store. You can still buy from the old store, but you
Okay.
gotta know it's at your own
store.
risk. It may not get here in time.
Yeah. You got a couple weeks. Just fingers crossed. I forgot I ordered a shirt and it showed up like a couple of weeks ago. I lost one. I lost that purple Dar like a Marlin shirt, and I got another one. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot I even ordered this. It was like 4 weeks. Like, I didn't order this from China. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't know where they're shipping it from now.
I think right now you should be good. Like if you order right now, you should get it in time. But like I said, order your own
But
risk.
also, it doesn't say 4th of July.
It doesn't.
It just says USA, and it's got the PTG logo with the American flag in it, so that it's patriotic. And who doesn't want to be patriotic and then also rep your favorite podcast?
The Bomb Pop shirt, I've got 2 of them in my drawer. About to break those bad boys back out for the summer.
Oh yeah, they got the tanks.
Or sorry, not Bomb Pop shirt. The multicolored
Bomb
ice
Pop.
cream.
Yeah. The red, white, and blue pop.
Yeah.
Is that what we call it?
The smiling sun with the shades on, great design.
Yeah, there's a bunch of summer stuff. Wear it to the pool. Wear it around. Everybody's gonna love it. Pastgrademerch.com at your own risk. Give us like a month and we'll have it all. 100%.
Yeah, we'll have the new one set up.
By next 4th of July, we'll be going ready to go. No new shit, but same shit, just better. Yeah, beating the heat was a big thing. I just kind of wrote that down beforehand. I also wrote down that we do have a new intro, so shout out to DSXH Music, Kano, for coming up with our new PTG intro. I didn't mention it at all last week because when Pat and I recorded, we were recording early, and it came in literally as I was loading the podcast in. I was getting ready to upload it. I was like, oh shit, maybe I'll just add that. So that was like a last second, hey, look what we did. And yeah, going forward, that will be our intro for legality reasons that we're not going to discuss. But other than that, shout out to us. We have our own song now. We got to rap.
I was wondering how long that was going to take.
Don't worry about it. Nobody's asking questions, okay? I don't want Frankie Ocho and his associates are currently on the case. Do not go asking about it. All right.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Nobody knows. This also has been something that's going on in our group text thread that we have between the 3 of us, between Pat and myself and Robert, is baby Gronk, because I feel like it needs to be discussed. I've had this on the prep sheet. We kind of skip over it just because I'm like, is it worth bringing this up? Pat, explain quickly to people that may not know who baby Gronk is, because I feel like we gotta clarify that first.
So Baby Gronk is a 10-year-old. He's a fourth grader. And I mean, he's kind of big for his age, big athletic looking kid. And he plays football, and his dad takes video of him playing, puts up highlights. For
That
some
seems
reason,
normal.
blew up online. And then they created the character of Baby Gronk. He talks shit, but like not really because he's 10, so you can't really talk shit. But what was her name? Remember Little Tay? That little Asian girl who was like 6 years old. She's like, I got 2 Bentleys. I got all this money. Fuck you. You can't do what I do. Basically, he's the football version of that girl.
Yes.
And and everyone's kind of known for a while. It's just his dad playing everything up. And then it came out earlier this week that pretty much everybody on Instagram and any sports facet has gotten a DM from this kid's dad trying to get him to share highlights. No way.
Me. Well, I got like the pre thing. I saw him. I was previously a part owner of semi-pro sports franchise in Houston that played football, and he went to one of the games that I went to, and I saw him on the field, and then at some point he followed me, and I was like, I'll follow back. It's kind of a funny concept, just this little kid like pimping his highlights out, whatever. And then like within like a week, it was like a DM from him was in my request. It was just like, hey, do y'all talk about sports on your show? And I was just like, I'm not gonna like have a kid on my show, so I didn't even respond, and just went on with my business. But that was it. And then like I saw like all the people that followed him, and then he kind of like, I don't know, he's blown up in the last like 2 weeks, really. But he's kind of been like, if you follow a bunch of random shit, you've kind of seen Baby Gronk, I think. I don't know, Robert, you're the common man. Did you have any idea who this kid was?
Not until recently. Like I had seen on the prep sheet Baby Gronk, but I hadn't looked anything. I saw it just like a few days ago because there was a video like of his dad feeding him lines on a podcast that they were on.
That's kind of what came out this week, where people were like, "What the fuck?" So for a while, people were like, "It's weird that like he says all these weird things." And there's like, is Livy Dunn a gymnast at LSU? Is that what I get from it? So she's very popular, and people think she's hot. It's weird to me when it's like she looks like she's 16. No, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, she's so hot. He's Baby Gronk's a fourth grader. I mean, so like, who knows? But like, he's rizzing her up, and then everybody's like, man, he's risen up Livy Dunn. Is he gonna take her to prom? It's like, well, he's in fourth grade, so I don't think it's gonna be a while before he goes to prom, really. But then just like all this shit came out where like for a while the people that had kind of followed along with him were like, it's weird that his dad just posts like fuck the haters kind of shit, where it's like, does a fourth grader have a lot of haters? Like, what are you doing? And then he started posting all these things like, oh, I've got to do my college visit where I go to this, and it comes out, oh well, he's actually just, his dad's paying for him to go to these football camps. Part of the perks of the football camps, so you get to take a picture and all the school swag and all that stuff. And it's like he's like a fourth grader getting recruited, which has happened before, but not often. And usually
not for a tight end
stunt. Yeah, usually it's a publicity stunt. And then that video that Robert was just talking about came out this week where his dad's feeding him lines on a podcast, and it's to the point where like every single answer, like, so Baby Gronk, like, what do you got planned for your future? And he'd say something, and then his dad was like, no, wait, say it again. No, when you say that, say, I'm gonna go get my Gucci. I'm gonna find some baddies or whatever. And then he would like just feed him like really corny, trying to look cool lines. And then he'd be like, oh no, ask it again. And then that was the clip that came out. It was like the back and forth of that, as opposed to the other clip that they had seen where he looked like he was being all hard and stuff. And it's kind of cringy. He's Baby. I don't know if he's at Baby Gronk. Is that what it is? Just search Baby Gronk. You'll find his Instagram. And you'll be able to find them. And if you just search Baby Gronk and you don't know what we're talking about, then you'll learn it. But it's weird because I don't want to hate a fourth grader, and I don't hate the fourth grader. I hate his dad. And it's like, I want the kid to fail, sort of, because then it makes the dad look like an asshole. But like, I don't want the kid to fail because I don't want the kid to fail because it's not his fault. It's like, you're a fourth grader. You're just doing what your dad's doing, and you think it makes you look cool because you're getting like followers on social media and stuff. But like, that's gotta be exhausting behind the camera, like off camera and shit. Like, I bet that's obnoxious.
I want the kid to fail in a way that's going to be hilarious. Like, I want him to go through middle school, high school, keep all this up, have shit tons of followers, and then he like has to walk on at like a D3 school to see how they spin that to where it's awesome for him, and like he still doesn't get playing time.
What if he does? No, what if he like does all the positive stuff? Like he goes to a big school, plays there, gets the info, but he just beats his dad up at one point.
That'd be awesome too, because I want to
Just
do that.
that, like what?
The
Like he does
only
that.
way,
Like, but I don't want anybody to get. It's like I don't want anybody. To
the only way
like,
I'll
what if
stop.
He just does?
The only way I'll stop rooting for the kid to fail is if he actually becomes really good and he goes to Notre Dame. Then I'll be on his side.
Yeah, if he goes to Sam Houston
or Texas State, I guess. Yeah, I'll root for him for Texas State. That's actually a likely one
that Pat attended.
That's what I want. That's what I want now. I want him to be good enough for D1, but it's like he goes to Texas State because we're never going to be good. So fuck it. At least, dude, Baby Gronk would be able to shoot some sick videos in San Marcos.
Yeah, dude, he could rizz up all the chicks.
Dude, rizz up 100 girls at a time on Bikini Hill.
He'd be. They call him Anthony Rizzo. He'd be rizzing him up so much.
Anthony Rizzo would ask for his autograph.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody should beat the shit out of his dad. The worst was when that video came out and you saw his dad and you're like, oh, I can tell by looking at you, you suck. And then he started talking and you're like, oh yeah, you suck. Even worse than I thought.
Yeah. I mean,
he's just an absolute shithead. Like, yeah, I get it. You're trying to like hype your kid up and make money and all this shit. But then you also have to think of it in these terms. There's people out there, me included, that hate your 10-year-old son because of you.
But yeah.
You're causing a lot of people to hate your child.
It's kind of weird. It's a weird spot, but like I hope the kid does well. Dad's kind of the dick. But also he's making money, so I don't know. I don't know what side to be on.
Dad's a total fucking tool.
Toyed with whether or not to bring it up for the last couple of weeks, and I was like, I don't really know. I don't really know what my take is on it.
My take is I hate both of them. Granted, he's just a kid, but also I was better than him at that age. Fuck that kid. He
seems redeemable, yeah.
Dude, I mean, come on. Back in the day, if it was me, he wouldn't even get off the line. I would have knocked his ass over on the way to the quarterback.
In 4th grade?
Yeah, dude. I was sick in 4th grade. I was so sick in 4th grade, bro.
I stayed home a lot.
Grade, you want to check tape? You want to check tape? Well, we don't have any because my parents
didn't have it, but still, like, I would have done it in 4th grade. These are actually drawings I have instead of tape.
Because it was what? Fucking 2000? No, like 98? Something like that. Weren't videotaping a lot of practices back then.
Not really. Or just they had like the old shitty ones that like project and watch later. For the coaches. Not in 4th grade at all, though.
No.
But yeah, Baby Gronk, weird. And if you want to get stuck in just a weird rabbit hole, go look at Baby Gronk because it's very cringy videos. And yeah, that's all we have to say about that. The other thing I had to say in Precome segment was that I think I found my like perfect baseball zen place where I had vowed since the Yankees pissed me off again last season in the postseason, like, I just don't give a fuck anymore. I've been trying to find the perfect middle ground of like not giving a fuck but still watching all the games really. And last night they went down 4-0 to the Mets, and I was just like, dude, fuck this, whatever. Like, hey, I didn't care. It doesn't even matter. And like right when I was like, dude, who cares? It's one game. It's not a big deal, dude. What are they gonna do? Like disappoint you again? And then I just kind of like accepted that. And next thing I looked, we were coming back and we won that game. And I was like, I either reverse psychologized all of that and then that's not a word I just made up, but reverse psychologized it, which made the Yankees come back and win. Or I just am like, I'm getting old enough to where I don't let sports affect me as much. And so I achieved something yesterday. And I was like, I think I found out just the right amount to care, which is be really happy when they're winning, but not just shake it off like you don't care. And you'll finally just not care if they aren't winning.
I think it had more to do with the fact that you were playing the Mets, but, I'm happy for you.
It was still a game. All right. Fuck you, Pat.
No, I mean, yeah, you gotta love a comeback anytime you get one, especially because the Red Sox fucking blew a game yesterday, so that was a double good day for you.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I'm sore right now. This is my not cool, but I'm fully into golf now. Like I'm gonna become a golf guy. It's gonna be very annoying for everyone around me. I'm gonna start talking about golf on here at some point. I don't know. I'm going to play Sunday. That's gonna be a disaster, but I'm gonna get drunk, so that'll be fun.
Right. There you go.
I'm not
We
even doing
kind
it
of talked
normally.
about it on the pod last week.
Yeah, I've gone to the range 2 days in a row now. Just striking some balls, getting a
Is
feel
your
for it.
side just destroyed right now? You're just like, or do you feel shredded on your side?
No,
Just
no,
swinging?
it's
You don't
I'm
have
like
much
a
rotation.
little bit in my shoulders right now. I hit 70 balls today, not to brag. Uh and just in this chair when I stand up, because it's a very weird chair also, but my back's still, but it's more so my hands. I feel like I've got pussy hands because I'm like, swinging the golf club's giving me a bruise on the inside of my thumb. It's just very not manly.
Like
But
Andy from The Office.
I love it already because just, dude,
You got the bug.
striking a ball clean in any sport is just like one of the best feelings. And now this is something, all right, I haven't done anything competitive in years. Now I can, get the competitive juices going again. Like when I was 18 years old in my prime of my life, just being competitive.
Physical peak.
Except I also know I don't really see myself getting super competitive about golf. I think I'm gonna be the vibes guy out there. Just like I know I suck, whatever. I'm just gonna hit the ball and we're all gonna get fucked up. Everyone down with that? Good day? All right. That's gonna be my role. I can guarantee you this. Every time I go golfing, there's gonna be a bottle of whiskey hidden in my bag. That is a promise I will make here today.
I mean, that makes you just like, I feel like a lot of golfers do that.
Yeah, but no, I mean it's gonna be like
It's just gonna be your
my
thing.
15th club.
All right. You got 6 set of clubs.
I do, dude. The ones my buddy gave me are good.
Yeah.
That's all it took. This is what I was explaining to my other friend today. That's all it took for me to get into golf was for someone to give me an entire set of gloves so that I didn't have to pay for them. That's all it took.
It's a good way to get into a lot of things. I mean, that's why soccer is so popular in the world, where it's like somebody just
You just need a ball.
Somebody a ball. They couldn't afford a ball. And they're like, well, these trees are here. Fuck it, let's go.
It's a good time though.
Like that, but
I'm excited.
Expensive.
Yeah, see that, and that's like I'm just gonna be spending my like I've already started looking up a net that I can put up in my backyard to just hit there, so I don't have to keep spending money going to the range. I'm all in.
If you ever had kids, it'd be great. Like my dad, he does golf. So like Father's Day stuff is very golf related, where it's like fucking solid. There's always something you can buy your dad golf related if you want to go that route. It's like tacky, but it's like nobody can hate on getting new golf shit.
That would be, God. I wish my dad. And that was the other thing. My dad never played golf because he hated it. He sucked. It was horrible. So the only reason he ever played was like when he had to for business. But that was also like he wouldn't go practice. He would just show up and play that day. So the second he didn't have to for business, he stopped and he hasn't played in like 16 years.
That's what I
So
usually
I didn't
like
grow
3
up
holes, and then I just like I'm just gonna ride in the cart and smoke cigars and drink the rest of the way. That's cool, guys. I'll keep it going fast.
But if he was a golfer, it would have made buying presents for him much easier my whole life.
Yeah.
Now I just get him like, oh, it's that new hose that it stays all scrunched up, but when you put water in it, it expands. I don't remember what that thing was called, but I bought that for him like 8 years ago, as seen for TV sticker on it and everything. But my dad yard work shit because he doesn't do anything else. He's like me. He just runs on. Man. He runs on alcohol and anger. That's where I get it from. Not exactly the easiest guy to buy gifts for.
Like Robert's girlfriend Sam does a bunch of the pottery stuff, like not pottery, planting and growing plants and stuff. And it's like, I think that's wild because like I would get I'd be like, I'm gonna kill all of these plants. Like I would just know going in, like I'm gonna kill all these plants, and it's like to have all of that responsibility. Emma will have like a couple little potted plants on our porch that she just takes care of, and it's like it just seems like a lot. Like I know I'd let it down. I could never get into it. It takes special people like that. We're like gardening, like I used to work a gardening show on weekends. I would answer phones for it, and all these people had these most peculiar, like very specific gardening questions for this guy. And R.I.P. Randy Lemon. But like, I was just like, who the fuck cares this much about it? And you're like, as you get older, people just have their things, man. And if your thing is fucking petunias and having the sickest yard on the block, like, go all in, bro.
Confession, I used to love that show. Like getting up early on like a Saturday and having to drive to Home Depot or whatever with your dad, and that would be on in the car. I'd be fucking transfixed.
Garden line
Did
with
it?
Randy Lemon.
I wasn't really understanding anything that he was saying, but just hearing a guy be like, "Oh, so you got this? So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna plant that. You're gonna fucking build this box this way." And I was like, "This guy is awesome."
Yeah, like Randy, we got so it looks like we got these yellow worms in our flower beds. He's like, what you need? Red mulch. Go get red mulch. Go dig out those flower beds. Take out the plants, put them back, put the red mulch down on top of them. It'll get rid of them. They hate the red mulch. Got it. And you're like, well, okay. Wild. Like every question they had, that guy had an answer for it. He had books on books on books.
It was a great show.
Like
Very soothing.
4 a.m. to 8 a.m. on KTRH here in Houston, 740 KTRH Garden Line. I think it's still on, I believe.
I was gonna say,
when
do
I
they
was
have it
coming
in
up in radio,
podcast form?
I produced it. I'm sure.
So I would love to listen to that, like going to sleep. That would be great. And then that would give me an excuse to buy those speakers that just look like a headband that go around your head so you can sleep on your side and listen to shit at night.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Get a lot of ads for that one. It's only a matter of time before I drink too much whiskey, and then that's on its way to my house the next day.
As we were talking about this, I'm thinking about like if it's finding your own thing. So like if gardening is your own thing, or like doing your laundry your own thing, like it's like football being our thing. But like, I can just picture you and your dad, and like you're listening to Garden Line, and you're like, your dad's getting ready to go get mulch and like do the yard. And he's like, fuck yeah. It's like when you're driving in to go to a football game and you're tailgate and they got the pregame show on. You're like, fuck yeah, let's get the vibes going, boys. Let's get the vibes going. We got Garden Line on the radio. We're going to get mulch. I'm going to get a new shovel. Let's fucking go. It's just like your pregame. I'd like to think that a lot of people were doing that, and I never really thought about it until just now.
Oh my God, yeah. That was my dad's pump up. He was like, "Yeah, we're going to Home Depot because I don't have to drive your bitch ass to any baseball games across the city today. Let's fucking do this."
And my dad would always sometimes wake us up when he would do it, and he'd be like, "Hey, I can't do anything today until you have to get up now, but I just got a whole truck full of mulch. Can't go anywhere until we finish it." And so then you have to remulch all the stuff, and you have to take the little Home Depot buckets and shake it out over the plants. And it was like, damn it.
That's
That's
classic.
why I always feel like I've hated yard work.
It's the classic fucking dad move of just barging into your room at 8 a.m. and be like, "Hey, you don't got to do it now, but we got to take care." And you're like, "Sweet. Well, I'm awake now. You just woke me up. So I guess I'm getting up at 8 a.m. on one of the few days I don't have to do this to get to school. Appreciate it, Dad. That was awesome."
But your dad gets up at like 5 a.m. every day. So like his body clock's already up at like 6:30. So he's like, fucking been 2.5 hours since I've been up. And you're like, Dad, that's not how it works. Like, I'm a kid. I don't understand this.
Like,
you slept until noon today?
That's always been my dad's move too. He's like, "Yeah, I've been up since 5. Like, come on, get up. I made you breakfast." And you're like, "Yeah, but Dad, you also made the breakfast at 5. You're just going to reheat eggs that were cooked 3 hours ago for me." Like, what? I'm not going to make breakfast twice.
You just got up. Like, that's you. You didn't set an alarm. Like, I didn't know we were doing this. You didn't say, "Hey, son, tomorrow morning, we got an early morning because I'm going to go get mulch." You didn't say that. I feel like you just woke up and got mad that I wasn't up yet. Did anybody else's mom, like, she would just make noise if like you like so my mom was a teacher, so she would have summers off sometimes too, but she would like when she wasn't teaching summer school, she would just be off, and there were times where she'd be like just pissed that my brother and I was sleeping at like 11, and so you could just hear her like banging stuff around, and he's like, "All right, I get it."
I feel like moms.
What have you done today? I don't know. You see that I just got up. Nothing.
Or not just moms, parents, when they're shopping for a vacuum cleaner, if they've got kids, they make sure to buy the loudest goddamn vacuum cleaner you could ever have. Be like, "Yep, they'll be able to hear this from the other side of the house and up the stairs. This vacuum cleaner will wake up all." It's fucking bullshit. I never thought about that until you said it right now, but that's true. My dad would never be like, "Hey, tomorrow morning we got to go do this." He just fucking wakes you up to go do it. But
Get
Dad,
up, let's go. It's like if I got up at 6 a.m., I always joke like if I got up at 6 a.m., I was just sitting at my bed, like, and you like, would you be sleeping? Or if I came down and I heard you up, I'm like, hey, Dad, what's going on? Like, would we just have a cool day? Or are you just like pissed? And it's like, my dad's awesome. My dad wasn't doing that just to be pissed. But to you as a kid, you're like, it's an attack on me. And your dad just had a chore to get done. He's like, I don't know what you're doing, bud, but you're my son, so you're helping out with it.
yeah, I mean,
Give me an itinerary. Say, hey, tomorrow, before you do anything, we got to do this. Go. I woke up. We're painting the house today. Why? We're going to get paint. You didn't have the paint?
wait, Dad, you've been up for 3 hours. You could have went and got the paint already, but instead you sat here and waited.
You're coming with me. You got to help me carry it. You couldn't just put it on one of the things they have and wheel it out there?
Stop arguing and get in the car. You're like, all right, sweet. This is awesome. It's not even 8:15 and Dad's already pissed off before we start doing the project. This is going to go great.
That is like the beauty of being like a dad, or like what I'd like to fantasize about with like being a dad, is you just get to do shit like that. Because I fucking can.
Oh,
why can't we have the fucking temperature 1 degree up or down? Because I fucking said so, dude. My house, my roof. I can't wait to fucking play that card.
I cannot wait to scream in my child's face the first time that their attention fades and they move the flashlight away from where I tell them to be holding it. Oh, I'm gonna snap so hard. I'm not
getting
them
to do chores. Just making them do chores. Hey, go mop that up. Mop that up.
That and I'm excited for when
you spilled it. Mop that up. Go get me that.
When my dad gets really old and starts to forget shit, I can't wait, because he tortured my grandfather for the last 20 years of his life fucking with him. So I'm really looking forward to doing that to my dad as payback. Love you, Pepe. Oh, and he knows. Every one of his children has told him, when you get to that age, we're going to fucking torture you. He's like, fuck you all.
Robert, what'd you bring up a Precome segment? We'll talk about dads here in a little bit.
Sorry, I've just been coughing up over here. I'm sick. I got sick for vacation.
Great.
I've been seriously considering getting a tablet. But I'm still not like 100% convinced, just because I don't know how much I'd actually use it.
Bobby's currently dying. Yeah. Would you swallow a teaspoon of pepper?
No, I'm
sick.
He's got jet lag. He flew to the mountain time zone and then the West Coast time and now back. Hella body.
Play and no work makes Bobby a sick boy.
Maybe they're taking a little something in Denver, you know what I'm saying? He's just missing it.
No, that would have cured it. It's natural, bro. It's all natural.
No, it's a gateway drug. Back to you, Robert. Sorry.
So like I don't know, like would it just be a home thing? Would I actually have like use it out, or would it just like end up in a drawer or something?
Get it. It's
I will tell you that when you get it, immediately you just start, because like you could just be sitting on the couch and bam, you got, because you don't want to have to get your laptop and bring it with you everywhere. It's tiny. It's right there. You just bam. And you'll find yourself like the first week, all of a sudden, one of those days, you'll be on it for like 3 straight hours. You're like, oh, okay.
Porn watching, so much better.
Yeah.
So much better. It's a game changer.
So mobile.
It's not why you get it, obviously not why you'd get it. But just like Robert, just picture having a second screen anywhere you go, like you and Sam watching a movie. It's a great movie, but like the Astros are on. You have a login so you can watch it on cable. Boom. Astros are on. You're watching your movie at the same time. You got it on mute, but you can keep up with the score. You don't have to keep checking your phone. Just got it on the background. My friend was giving me shit the other day because I showed him that we were watching. We've been catching up on Marvelous Miss Maisel, and I had that on the TV, and then I had a computer and I had 2 tablets because I bought a second tablet, so I would have 3 screens and a TV if I wanted. And I was watching 2 baseball games and the Stanley Cup final. And he was just like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, well, you got to have options. Got a lot of things going on, but it's awesome to always have a backup screen.
Yeah, because for the most part, I have a laptop, but I pretty much only ever use it to watch YouTube. So that's
Or
something like I don't want to have a
Watching stuff is way cooler on an iPad.
yeah.
It feels weird to me logging in to like watch stuff like to watch stuff on my computer, and there's nothing weird about it. I know a lot of people do that, but it's like boom, it's just up, I'm ready to go, even if it is a little bit of a smaller screen. You can AirPlay that shit. Most people can.
yeah, it's just nice and convenient.
Yeah, and the thing too, like when going to places, I hate researching on my phone screen. Yeah, like it's just too small. So like when we went to Denver, like, oh, what about these restaurants? I'd rather see that on a tablet on a bigger screen and see what that looks like. I don't know. It's just expensive. That's the main issue.
It's like an Apple Watch to me. I'm not saying you would get an iPad, whatever kind of tablet you would get anyways, but like the like Apple Watch is not necessarily one bit, but like it's tight that sometimes when people text me, I can see it on my watch, and that like if I'm washing my hands and I can't grab my phone because my hands are wet, I can tap my watch and be like, "What's up?" Yeah, okay. Like I like little things like that, or that I can track workouts on it. It's like I don't know, like I use it for a lot more stuff than I ever need, and I'd be fine without having it. But it's sick when you get it, and then you're just like, wow, how did I not have an iPad before? It's like all the podcast prep, like I could have come in here and done it, but I was just sitting in front of my coffee table, and I was eating and watching TV, and just using my iPad. You can use all that shit to do it. It's awesome.
There we go. Warehouse deals, Amazon, Apple 9th generation iPad, $250 right there.
I
It's a pretty
forgot
good deal.
you did get into the warehouse deals recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Right
want
there.
iPad,
It's like
jokes? I'll get you iPad.
it's like the
I'll
fuck.
get you
Maybe I should just get this so I can upgrade to a better iPad.
I'll get you iPad. It'll be Pat's old iPad.
Yeah, no, this dude, seriously, this thing's so old. It only holds 8 gigs of memory. That's how old
Would
this
you store
iPad
a lot of
is.
stuff on it? Because all of mine are just for like Wi-Fi, basically.
Yeah, but like 8 gigs, you'll like even without realizing you're storing stuff on it, all of a sudden you download like 3 restaurants and like 2 other apps, and you're like 95% filled on your iPad. It's fucking crazy.
It was the camera. It said they didn't have enough room for.
Amazon Fire tablet, $76 right there. I mean, come on, Robert.
$76.
I wouldn't get an
Would you
Amazon
go
Fire
iPad?
tablet.
Robert's like, I'm not getting an off-brand bullshit tablet.
Yeah, I
Week
consider
from now,
an iPad.
Because to me, like I get it. They're like Microsoft is all like, "Hey, yo, check out this," and I have a whatever the new Microsoft tablet thing is, but it's really just a computer. It's like it doesn't pull apart or anything, and it's like that's a computer. Just don't tell me it's a tablet. It's a computer. But like making tablets computers was a big thing recently, and it's like no. Like that's the best part of the tablet is that it's not a computer. If I wanted a computer, I would have a computer. Like, but it's both. It's like no, I don't. I want a tablet to have fun with. I want a computer to do work and stuff on. And that's just my preference, which accounts to absolutely nothing, but whatever. I did buy a bunch of iPads, so it put a pretty big dent in iPad sales.
Nice.
I think. Actually, I only bought 2 of them. You want an iPad though, Bobby Jokes? I'll get you an iPad.
Think about it.
MNN portable monitor 15.6. Oh, that's just a monitor. I thought it was some super off-brand
one. The cheapest ones and just like review them.
Oh, okay. So this doesn't make sense. I told you that 9th generation. This is so uninteresting to people, but I don't care. That 9th generation was $250. This 5th generation one is $500. They don't even know what they're doing in the warehouse, man. They're all crazy. You got to jump on these deals.
You look at it every day, the warehouse deals?
No, it's just every couple of days. I'll be like, hey, I'm fucked up enough to just look through these and see if something sparks my interest.
How many things have you bought?
Off the warehouse? I don't think I've bought anything yet. I just like looking. Nothing sparked my interest enough to buy it, that is. I did buy a bunch of golf shit, though, yesterday. I bought a bunch of balls and tees and some gloves. Also, now I have like...
That's all you want.
I've got like 6 batteries for my Xbox now because I bought one the other day that I didn't realize came with 4. I'm on a little run right now.
That is the rest of you start just getting the Amazon. Like, fuck, what did I get? It's 3 packages. I don't remember ordering 3 things. And then sometimes the packages have multiple things, and you're like, oh no, I did get all of those. Why did I order 3 dog toys? I don't know. I was on a spending spree. Feeling generous.
I was drunk and I looked at the dog. It happens, okay?
Yeah. That also happens.
Good puppies.
Dog stuff doesn't count, I don't think. Moving on though. That's all you had, Robert?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was our Precome segment. Let's move on to the Comeback Kids segment, brought to you this week by littleemshop.com, littleemshop.com. Head over to them, littleemshop.com on Instagram and at littleem tweets on Twitter. Go give them follows there. If you're getting anything from Little M Shop, let them know and tweet them or Instagram them. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. They got awesome air fresheners, the best in the game. Go get you some of those if you're driving around with those little baby back bitch, little fucking green or yellow or black or red or whatever color trees you got hanging on your rearview mirror. Rip it down, throw it in your passenger side because we don't mess with Texas, so don't throw it out on the road. But go over to littleemshop.com and get you a new air freshener, the best air fresheners in the game. When you spend $10 at littleemshop.com, you're going to get free shipping on that order. And also when you use our promo code PTG69, you're going to get 10% off. So 10% off and free shipping on orders over $10. littleemshop.com. They also got little compact mirrors for the ladies. They got cool prints. They have keychains. You can customize the keychains. They also have their own designs and have awesome stickers as well as their air fresheners, which are the best on the planet. Go to littleemshop.com, littleemshop.com. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. Littleemshop.com, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right, our first comeback kid. We kind of talked about him already, but it's dads. Big week for dads because it's Father's Day. Father's Day weekend for dads. So don't forget, get stuff now. Get stuff now, and I think we're getting to the point. If you're listening to this on Thursday, you may be too late to get some stuff on Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, ordering online that's the thing for Father's Day though. It's like,
well, if you order like Monday, Tuesday, you can still do like that. I'm going to pay $25 extra and get the next day shipping to guarantee you'd get it. You could do that. But like now it's like you're getting kind of risky if you're just hoping Amazon has it.
I mean, just get your dad, if he likes, scotch, get him a good bottle of scotch. Instead of cigars, get him a cigar. Buy him a couple of really nice steaks, like a steak for him and your mom, and then you get out. Just like, Dad, here's what I did. Not only you're not going to spend any money today, I got you things you like. I got you a nice dinner. Because like no dad's gonna be like, oh, I have to cook it. But no, they want to cook their own steak anyway, because everyone else fucks it up. But you just get them the nice steak, and then you leave. Like, this is just for you and mom, and I'm gonna go the fuck away because I'm your child and I'm an annoying piece of shit.
And
do
also
that. You love
get them a free subscription to Pass the Gravy on us.
Mhm.
On us.
Mhm.
All dads this weekend from now till Monday, free subscription to Pass the Gravy, and also on YouTube too. You just have to go on their phones, maybe create a YouTube account for them and hit subscribe. But free subscriptions to all of those on any podcast app. So be like, Dad, also check out this cool podcast. And they'll be like, what the fuck are you listening to? But they'll be that's one bonus gift. Just throw it in there. A little freebie.
I mean, every dad will love it.
Bonus gift.
We're very pro dad podcast.
Shout out to the dad. Shout out Mark Middleton. He's a real
David Dion.
He's a real one out there. And I guess Robert, we call him Daddy Dabs. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, Daddy Dabs. Shout out, happy Father's Day to you, buddy.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
And also back is the Jose Altuve meme that I'm sure will come up this weekend. So just know that it doesn't hurt me because I found my baseball sim.
I'm waiting for some young Yankees fan to post, Pedro, who's your daddy? Just so I could be like, what happened next?
But the Pedro one is like, that's old now too.
Oh, it's super old, but like every year I see one or two Yankees fans like, shout out Pedro Martinez because Yankees are your daddy. And I'm like, dude, do you not know what season that happened in? Because then they fucked you up.
Yeah, I know, Pat. We all know. Everybody knows.
I know, but it's still fun to talk about.
Everybody knows. All right. Shout out to the dads. So dad's comeback kid. Also comeback kid this week is the Beatles, and with that is AI because they're making a Beatles album or single with AI. And Paul McCartney was like, "Oh, this is cool." And that's bad. Everything with all this AI stuff is bad. If it's like, oh, it's AI, don't do it. Don't do it, guys. We can't be teaching it. AI just learn. It's slowly learning. They're in the dumb phase of AI where it's like just figuring out all our thoughts. Once it has it, we're done. We can't ungive it our thoughts.
I just hope
It doesn't
somewhere in the
work that way.
background, in the background of the song, at the last second, without telling Paul McCartney, AI just adds Yoko Ono screaming, just yeah,
It would
just to
never.
piss off Paul McCartney. Well, they said the AI is finishing up the Harrison and Lennon parts. What would Lennon do? Unnecessarily bring in Yoko Ono. It's one of my favorite things watching highlights of Paul McCartney just
Then you
being
can edit
annoyed as
out
shit
what
with her
AI
in the
does,
studio.
sort of. They can edit it if it's like not good to just make it do it again. But what I thought, my conspiracy theory with all this is every artist that like recently has been selling up, like Bruce Springsteen. I can't remember who else has sold up their music catalogs. I know Prince has. I think Michael Jackson did. I know the Beatles did too. Michael Jackson at one point. But like those bands and artists that sold their music catalogs, like those are gonna just get thrown into an AI algorithm, and because there's no like rule against them being able to profit off of those music catalogs, they're gonna be like, oh hey, here, these are all the Michael Jackson songs. Make us new Michael Jackson songs, and it's gonna just have Michael Jackson albums that aren't really by Michael Jackson. That then the people that bought the music catalog make the money off of because there's no rule about them being able to use it to incorporate it with AI to make more music, unless I don't know what the rules are.
I think there's only one genre where it should be allowed, and it's
I'm not saying if it's
pop.
allowed. I'm saying this is what's going to happen. And like all these car commercials with like old music that they're throwing in there, it's like they'll just start making it. And it'll be like, that sounds like the Rolling Stones. Like, well, it kind of is. It's just AI Rolling Stones. But when they got their catalog bought, they just started making new Rolling Stones.
No, like, but in Nashville, they should just allow it because it's all shit anyway. So just allow to kick out Morgan Wallen and all those. All of a sudden, they don't have jobs. It's like, oh, we can just feed it through AI, and they sold over the rights to their voice on their last contract because they weren't paying attention. Put them out of business. Just let all of pop country be AI. I'm fine with that. That'd be awesome.
No, we can't give AI an inch. You give an inch, they take a mile.
Well, I'm okay with it. If it puts,
You can't.
I mean, but then Nashville will just
You've
make
clearly
more
never
money
read
with
Art
the
of the
artists.
Deal.
It's true. I have not. I have not read Art of the Deal.
You've not read Art of the Deal.
The prices were huge. I didn't want to buy them.
It's my favorite Confucius book. Great philosopher once read it.
You mean, I think you were trying to say Sun Tzu.
But yeah, we're fucked. This is just one more thing where it's like, hey guys, don't do that. Hey, stop. Stop doing that thing. Quit doing it. They're going to kill us all. This is bad. Can't give it music now. Now we're not gonna know what's real and what's not.
It's just a fucking let it happen. I don't care.
It's bad. Next
Well, you
up
have something
this
to live
week-
for. I don't give a fuck.
Next comeback here we got is Denver, because the Denver Nuggets just won the NBA title. Shout out to them, their first ever. They had Nikola Jokic, did a bunch of crazy shit, had a bunch of wild triple doubles, was the MVP, didn't give a shit. Cool to see the Nuggets win a finals. Also, Robert went there.
Yeah, I'll just say,
I went.
Robert.
When was I? I was there for game 2, the one they lost.
Lit.
But I still think that it was because I was there that they won.
Yeah, you're
Really?
the good luck guy. You
Very
had to
likely.
spin the luck
Mhm.
and then leave for it to come through. In fact, if you'd like, I can act as your agent on behalf of this. I'll start how should I word this? Selling out your services to teams that are looking to win a series. What we'll do is we'll fly you to there for one game. They'll lose that game, but then once you leave the city and get the bad luck away with you, then they just storm through the rest of the series and win. We'll make so much money, Robert.
I think I like that.
You'll make so much money that you won't have to do this anymore.
Whoa, wait.
You won't have to.
Whoa,
He won't. Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa.
whoa.
He won't have to. He'll just
Whoa,
do it out of.
hey.
He'll do it out of love of the game. I'm just saying.
Whoa.
I'm just saying he won't have to.
Whoa.
He's still gonna. Bobby would never leave us, right, Bobby?
I did want to show you guys one thing that we got in Denver.
What'd you get?
We went to a
High.
vintage.
He got high.
We went to a vintage clothing store, and they sold these here, and I was like, "Oh." Sam was like, "Let's get one."
Sick.
Bobby, dude,
Playboy.
you bought porn. You fucking simp.
You
And-
bought a Playboy?
I felt super awkward because I've never held one, looked at one before, and Sam was making me hold it as we walked around the store. I'm like, I don't want to hold this. This feels weird. This one is from December 1966.
See, that's back when it wasn't porn. It was a gentleman's magazine. Yeah, there's gonna be some naked
Tits
women
and
in
stuff
there.
in it.
Yeah, because
It was porn.
what
People use it as
gentlemen
porn.
gentlemen can't like this. But there was articles, serious
There were always
discussions that
articles.
went on in the pages. You know what I'm gonna see if I can find a bundle. I don't know if I want to find a bundle of old Playboys because they're probably used.
Just subscribe. You should subscribe. Support it.
At the hotel when we got back, Sam and I were looking through. We're like, oh, let's just see what it's like. It is a lot of articles.
It is, dude.
It is
Dude,
a lot of articles.
did you read the jokes?
No.
Oh,
were-
dude, get to the jokes. The jokes in Playboy were fucking always funny.
What are the articles? Let's read. Just give us skim through. Pick a couple
just gonna-
article headlines.
Let's see. Let's just go.
Robert, keep the pages down. We don't want accidental
Yeah.
nudity on the.
You can blur it.
Only person that's allowed to show nipple on here is me.
I don't know what this means. Maybe it's an ad. I can't. This is probably not. The head man is more than a skier. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. That sounds like a fortune cookie.
Yeah, it does.
A lot of
With-
bush back then, huh, Robert?
Honestly, I think a lot of these pages are just ads.
Oh, there's a shit ton of. How do you think?
Of
That's a
like
big
sex
portion of their
ads,
revenue.
Though.
No, this is. Here, I'll show you. This is just the perfumes or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it
Two-
was a
two
gentleman's
pages?
magazine. It was said, "Hey, here's a bunch of perfumes. Buy them for your lady."
Yeah.
'Cause You'll feel better because she won't be so mad about you for buying this magazine. But sometimes, like in the old magazines, I feel like that I used to have, they would have like those numbers. They would have the ads for those like numbers to call, like dirty talk with people.
Oh yeah, the back page. You know what? Now that I think about this,
They did have
get-
like smut ads.
do gas? Maybe this is just because I live out in fucking Katy, but are there still gas stations around that have those that have Playboys and stuff?
I'm sure. Absolutely, there has to be.
Like, or
That was
is
the
that one of
last
those
time I bought
things
a
where
porno
like,
mag was at a gas station when I had to bail my brother out for public intoxication. I was like, "You haven't seen a chick in a couple hours. Here you go, bro."
I was gonna
Pack of
say, I'll
smokes, too.
next time I see a Playboy in a gas station, I'm buying it.
Buy it. Give us a review.
I will.
You
'Cause
should
it's one of those
subscribe
things
right
that-
now.
No, I'm not subscribing.
You should
But it-
subscribe right now.
I'm just at the age where I wouldn't even be embarrassed to grab a Playboy and stand in line with it with other people around. I bet, come on, this is fucking. It's Playboy. At this point, it's not even porn. It's just nudity.
I will say that this one was very disappointing. It's just
Did you
Dude,
guys rip out one page? Was
articles
there one
and-
page you, like,
Read-
snuck off?
Read the articles. Read the jokes. It'll be worth it.
Stimulate your brain, and then you'll stimulate other parts of yourself.
Did they have? I don't know if it had started yet because that was an early one. But did they have like the centerpiece like fold out where it had all of her like likes and dislikes and stuff?
no, they didn't have that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that might have been too early for
Yeah.
it. But yeah, that was always a fun part. Oh, she likes horseback riding.
It's
Oh,
a
I
pretty
was wondering that about her.
pretty hefty
Yeah,
magazine.
that's all they had in the '60s.
In December 1966, this thing cost $1.25.
That's kind of expensive back then. But then again,
That
you're
was a pretty
seeing some
penny
boobs.
back then.
I think Sam
Seeing
paid.
some
Milkshakes were a nickel.
I think Sam paid $25 for it.
Okay, well, I would not have paid that much for it.
Are y'all gonna like display it, or did she just want it to have it?
I think she did want to display it, but then once we looked through it and saw how boring it was, like, oh well, I kind of regret buying this.
But the cover of it looks cool. It'd be cool to like frame it,
I might do that.
or to throw it on like a coffee table and just like, yeah, we look at Playboy sometimes when we're just hanging out.
Yeah.
That would be.
Just
I think that was the
casually throw
plan.
it with. It's like Good Housekeeping, Southern Living, plants, and Playboy.
Dude, just get a bunch of old covers and like put them in lacquer and make a table out of that. That'd be
cool.
sick.
That'd be cool.
3
On
vintage
Playboy.
Playboy magazines here for $35 on thisiswhyimbroke.com. They look to be from the 80s. No, 70s.
That was a good year. Good decade.
I mean, great hair on her
A lot of
head.
hair back then. But Denver was pretty sweet, huh?
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Well, you were dabbing up in Denver, I saw, because that's our other comeback kid, Bobby, bringing back the dab. We kind of talked about that a little bit before, but yeah, what was going through your mind while you were dabbing up all the Denver Onions or Denvertonians?
I just wanted to experience the city in my own way. You know, I see a lot of touristy things. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna express myself while I'm here. I'm gonna show Denver who I am. Instead of Denver showing me who they are, I'm gonna show Denver who I am.
I like that.
Did you look for a restaurant with a radio?
What?
Did you look for a restaurant with like a radio? Like, oh, we don't have TVs. We just have radios to listen to the baseball game.
Yeah, I was exclusively radio, you know, company man. But
right, I heard only.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my train of thought. Pat distracts me with that question.
Well, I noticed.
I have the hard hitting questions.
I did notice several things actually, but one of the things I noticed is that you did take my tourist recommendation. We were throwing out some ideas, mostly me, because Pat wasn't really helping, and Pat was roasting my ideas without offering help. But I said the Denver Botanical Gardens. I will give credit to Google because I did just look tourist things in Denver, and that popped up first. And you went there. How was it? It seemed like you had a great time.
That was the best day. We were there from Saturday through Tuesday, and Monday was the best day that we were there because there was sun. Every other single day it was cloudy and rainy, and Monday during the day it was sun. So like perfect day to go. Not too hot, and it was just a good day. Really cool to see all other things out there.
A great recommendation is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All
but
right.
to be fair, that was already on my list, but yeah, sure.
I'm a travel agent. I still said it. I'm a travel agent pretty much. I will send you your invoice, I guess, by the end of the week.
How great was the air?
You know, that's something I didn't notice.
What?
Yeah, I thought I would notice, you know, whether it was cleaner, or I thought maybe I would notice the elevation. I didn't notice that at all. Sam definitely noticed the elevation. She said when she stood still that she would feel like things were still moving and she felt a little wobbly. But I didn't feel that at all, which surprised me.
Did you smell weed smoke the whole time?
I didn't know.
Nothing affects Bobby.
A bunch of dopers. Yeah, Bobby's just invincible. That's why he's
Bobby's
up everybody.
He should be a SWAT sniper. Like, no matter what's going on around him, just fucking even keel right there. Nothing's going to affect him.
Emotions off. He's ice cold. It's a quality to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that really did surprise me that I didn't notice any sort of difference.
Did you think maybe like the altitude prevented you from doing any chair reviews? Because I noticed there were none of those.
Yeah.
We're trying to go like nationwide to like into states.
Yeah,
there wasn't a bench.
We've already got one in Texas. You could have. Put us on the map there, buddy. Literally.
Yeah, actually, we did a bunch of walking, so no, there
So
wasn't
you
a
didn't
lot
sit
of.
down at all.
There wasn't a lot
Didn't
of.
even, not once, not on the planes, because last I checked, I think planes have seats.
There's a
Seems like you were on a couple.
too many people on the plane. They would all see me, especially the person
People
right next
don't
to me.
seem like they care in these days.
They would
if
they would
you-
they would see you sitting.
making content.
And filming them.
job,
Hey,
lady.
hey, look at this. Can you
We'll
move?
blur their
I'm trying
videos out. We'll blur their faces out.
You just got to do it, and then after you turn off the camera, you look at everyone around you and you go, "Don't worry, I'm not like some douchey influencer. It's just my friends are idiots and asked me to do this."
They're douchey influencers.
Because you don't want to end up on influencers in the wild. That would be great if Robert ended up on there doing a chair review.
I mean, you could have also just posted a picture of the chair and then reviewed it in the text too.
4.8, no lumbar support.
That's why, like, yeah, people there's just hashtag PTG chair review.
Oh,
Just
sorry, no, that
at Passagary Pod, hit us up and take a picture of your chair, give it 1 to 4 legs, and
Yeah.
like give us a rating. I want to see everybody's chair reviews to pick the best chair, although everybody's review system may be different. I'd like to think that it's on a scale of 10.
no, we've said it's got to be
No,
four
no,
legs.
No, you're right. You're right.
It's got to be
I'm
4
trying to-
legs.
Yeah, so 4 legs. So four is the highest. You can't go 5. I guess 10 would have made sense if we were just doing it with everybody. Still, no, it's funny that it'll be everybody in the range is none to 4.
Yeah,
There's gonna be no real separation.
no
And
legs. I
don't
was
just
sitting on the
give
ground.
chairs a 4 legs just because. They have to be a fucking sweet ass chair.
Yeah,
3 1/4 lengths, legs. That plays.
if you give the chair
Don't just go
4,
give them like if you give multiple 4s and I'm like, all right, fuck you. All you do is give 4s. No.
you better be like the chair was heated, it had a massage setting, and it tickled the back of my balls. 4 stars.
Because the chair I'm sitting in right now, I would say it's a 1-legger right now. Because it's not lumbar support, not super comfortable. I feel like I'm sitting lower.
I'd give this one like a
reliable.
2.2. It's very big, lots of room, but it's old
2.2 left,
and not.
yeah.
I mean, it's a solid chair. Nothing special though. It gets the job done.
Robert, what about your chair you're in currently right now?
I think I'd give this one. I think I'd go 3. I think I'd want to
3
go
legs.
2.5, but I don't like doing halves, so I'm gonna go 3.
Oh my
okay.
God.
Solid
It's
3
only-
legs.
It's a 1 through 4 rating system, Robert. You gotta
Yeah.
use decimals or fractions. Here.
No.
Well, we don't want to get
No.
crazy with it.
Yeah, that's too much. That's like
That's-
that's like a cop out. You got to decide on
not.
one whole number. Yes.
Yeah, there's like 12 possible answers we could give, which is kind of the beauty of it. So
Yeah.
According to
I
Robert,
really
there's
like
only
that.
4 answers we could give.
well, not really. He's just saying he personally will only probably do.
Yeah.
that.
I always
he'll
do
be blown
4
away and he'll
numbers.
give it a 3.5.
Yeah, this one's a 3. It's got a good flex. I can move a little bit. I will say like the seat part where my like the back of my knees touch, it's really firm there, so like it kind of hurts the back of my knees. And that's like my biggest complaint about it.
I'll take
And
away.
it still gets
take
through-
away a leg for sure.
The chair that you sit in to rest your legs hurts your legs, and it still gets 3.
I'm not sitting in a
Well,
chair to rest my legs. It's more for my like my butt and my back.
It's a great
And
point.
like those parts are comfortable.
You got to protect that butt.
Yeah.
Somebody hit us up that makes apps. This is our best idea ever.
I mean, there was an app
The
me and
best
my
idea
buddies
ever.
used to use where you could just mark everywhere you took a shit. I feel like we could probably do the same thing with chairs. Lobby of this hotel, sat in the chair. 3.2 star or legs.
You have to review it. Yeah. Like you have to take a picture of it too.
But then you get a map and it shows you everywhere you pooped or sat, I guess. Sorry, I'm still thinking about the poop app. I missed that app. Had a lot of fun with
Did
that.
it go away?
No, my friends just stopped using it because I was fucking dominating them. Dude, I
People
was put
dominated on fitness apps.
I
Not
was putting
dominated on
up
a poop app.
numbies. It's a good time. Seeing that I shit 4 times as much as my buddy John.
Well, fine. Denver, back, and Dabs back. Both of those were kind of a 2-for-1. There we go. And we got Bobby with the dab. Got Bobby with the dab right there. All right. Last one we had is delivering on promises, because we did talk about it last week. West Ham United, 5 years ago, we became fans of them because we were quote not bandwagon bitches. So we picked a not top 6 team and just loved them for what they were. And they played in the CONCACAF Europa Conference League final on Wednesday last week and fucking won. We promised we'd bring home a championship to East London. We have done just that. Pat literally brought it up, even though I completely forgot that we did buy a brick week 1 of becoming fans. That brick is somewhere outside of the London Stadium, and that is now a brick that is outside of the home of a European champion. So shout out West Ham and shout out us again. We were running through the numbers on like how many podcast championships we can claim, because you guys support the Astros. A lot of the Gravy Game supports the Astros. That's 2 titles that y'all can claim as a podcast. I take that Roughneck season when I used to be an owner before the pandemic shut down. I'm going to count that as part of one, and then now this one, and then Sam Houston State also won. We had two athletes on after it that were gravy athletes. So that's like our 4.5 titles basically have been won on this podcast because of this podcast. But there's no doubt West Ham would not have won had we not given them support. So shout out to us. And we pretty much turn everything around. I can curse Dallas and fuck them up and Kyler Murray and just ruin his career. And I can also take little old West Ham and turn him into a European champion. So shout out West Ham, forever blowing bubbles.
For 5 years, I've been telling you I would watch a game with you. And when we needed it the most, I showed up.
What a
and
game.
I was so happy that I was there. I even said it to one of the other guys. I was like, I
But
really
lucky scarf on.
The lucky scarf. It was great. But I was saying, I was just like, man, I really hope I'm the good luck guy and not the bad luck guy in this. Sure enough, good luck guy. Good luck guy.
Because Roughnecks hadn't lost until they hadn't lost a home game until you went to one with me. And then I thought about that at one point and I was like, I can't bring that up. I can't have that energy. And then West Ham scored. And then almost like a minute later, they get up a goal to tie it up again. And then they scored in the 90th minute, the final minute. They scored to win it. And
the refs tried to fuck us.
They tried to fuck us.
Oh, God. 5 minutes of extra time that they let go 9 minutes.
Yeah. They tried to fuck us bad. We fought the refs off. We got Fiorentina off. We brought home a championship to East London. So shout out to us and West Ham. We should get to have patches on our Pass the Gravy shirts just because. Champion team supporters.
Maybe we just maybe we just make a shirt with the colors.
Maybe we just do that.
Champions.
We could do that too. But yeah, shout out West Ham and delivering on promises because we did that. Also, Power Rankings is another comeback kid because we were gonna do this in the dad's portion of Comeback Kid, but we forgot about it. But we're gonna.
Yeah, I thought you blew past it. I didn't want to question you.
No. We're gonna power rank TV dads since it is Father's Day weekend. Now, this is our own personal preferences on TV dads, so it can be kind of anything. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
I will. Okay, you take it, Bobby. I'll go.
All right, go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can do it that way.
Okay, I'll go with Walter White, number 5.
Solid. I think I know where we're going here.
I'm gonna go Homer Simpson, number 4.
Solid.
I'm gonna go Bob from Bob's Burgers, number 3.
All right.
Number 2, I'm gonna go with Hal, Malcolm in the Middle.
Great TV dad.
And then I'm gonna go Phil Dunphy, number 1.
I like that choice.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go Hal, number 5. Starting out with Hal. Absolutely love Hal. Great TV dad. Number 4, I've got Tim the Toolman Taylor. Great TV dad. Actually, he had two choices, two characters I could have chosen from Tim Allen, but I went with the more classic one. 3, I'm gonna go Danny Tanner, number 3. I mean, just you think of TV dads from the 90s, Danny Tanner. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm going Al Bundy. Just a great one. And number 1, who, if we were doing a draft, I would have taken this guy with my first pick because I don't think he would have lasted very long. Randy Marsh. Randy Marsh is a great TV dad.
I didn't even have him on my list.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that's one way out there.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. I have I feel like, no, there's some shared ones. I'm gonna go 5. Michael Bluth from Arrested Development. Jason Bateman. I mean, bro, he's just trying to work for his son, trying to get it done. And he was kind of the dad to his whole family in a way, but did his best for not just his kid, but his whole family. So I got him as 5. 4, Phil Dunphy. Phil Dunphy's fucking awesome on Modern Family. 3, I have Frank Costanza because he's my favorite yelling dad there ever was. Red Foreman gets a lot of shine for that, but Frank Costanza was the OG Red Foreman. 2 is Homer Simpson just because he's an OG, and then 1 is Coach Eric Taylor from Friday Night Lights because he was an all-time dad off the field, but on that field and off that field, he led young men that maybe didn't have that father figure in their life. Maybe had the wrong father figure in their life. He was that father figure. So he was a father for many young men that weren't just in his family, they were in his football family. So Coach Eric Taylor is my my number 1.
He was a hard one to leave off for me. He was on there, but fucking great. Yeah, good lists all around. It was really hard to leave off Red Foreman too.
I
absolutely
was
love
shocked
him.
that he did not make your list.
God, he was so great. But a lot of time, TV dads for me, I think I had to get my 90s guys in there. Had to have them in there. Philip Banks was another one, hard to leave off. And Dan Connor. Actually, the first ones that popped in my head when you mentioned this, I didn't put them on there. They're a little more recent, but John Dutton and Casey Dutton from Yellowstone. Just everything to protect their family. They just fuck people up to protect their family. Great dads.
What about Cow and Chicken? You remember that movie, that show? Where the
a little bit.
Butts?
Oh yeah.
that was a funny one. Like the dad that was just a butt.
And Peter Griffin,
Peter Griffin too.
Not really a great dad, but he's funny.
And it was Homer, and he was on 2 of our lists. But yeah, solid power rankings, and I don't know. We're just doing that for fun. We'll put a graph up maybe for Father's Day. Pat, will you tell everybody about Southern Star Brewing Company? Because there's a lot of things in this world that are not very cool. Southern Star is never going to be one of those things.
Oh, it was beautiful for me today. I got back from the driving range, hot, sweaty. First thing I did, straight to the fridge, cold glass, and a Metzli pecan. Oh, just beautiful. Nothing better than a cold beer after hitting some golf balls, right? I'm sure all the dads out there listening know. Bunch of golfing dads in the gravy gang. Yeah, actually, I was a little disappointed, though. I forgot that was the only beer I had in the fridge. I was looking for a Bombshell Blonde that would have been much more refreshing. Dark beer still works, though. It's that delicious. Still works. Whether you want to go with something darker like that, obviously the Bombshell Blondes, very early, not cool. I'm just not even going to put this one in there. Forgot to go pick up some Strawberry Blondes earlier this week. Really wanted to do that because I was looking forward to having one after hitting some balls. That's on me. But you can get them anywhere you go. H-E-B's, Kroger's. I don't know if you can still find an Albertsons anywhere around you. I'm sure they carry it. I don't know if any of those are still kicking around. No matter what you want, Southern Star is going to have a beer for you. They're going to find one that matches your flavor. Get up to the tap room. That's the best place if you don't know what beer you want. Take a Saturday. Bring the kids. It's a great family environment. Get up there. Get a flight. They'll let you taste all the beers. You'll find something that works for you. This Saturday, they've got the Love is Love event going on up there. This Sunday, they've got a Father's Day with D's Cooking. That's when you go up on Sunday. Father's Day, beautiful event. Enjoy it with your family and get the best crawfish in town. I mean, I can't think of it. That's what you should do. Bring your dad. Get your dad. Be like, Dad, I've got Something for you to do this at. Give him an experience instead of giving him a gift. Your dad will remember that forever. And he'll look back on his deathbed and be like, you know what my favorite Father's Day was? When you took me to the brewery. We spent it as a family, drank delicious beer, had some great crawfish. That's all dad wants. That's all dads want. They want to be around their family. And you pay for it, though. That's a big one. That's what dads want. They want to be around their family and not have their family cost them any money on Father's Day. No better place to do it than at Southern Star Brewery.
Guaranteed to be the best
for the family.
Father's Day of your dad's life.
Guaranteed.
Or
It's for the family. It's a
we
family
won't pay for
place.
it.
The best family environment I could think of. Disneyland, no, too expensive. Southern Star, beautiful.
Yep, Southern Star Brewing Company. A lot of things in life are not cool. Southern Star will never be one of those. Don't forget to mark those calendars for Saturday, December 16th, our 10th annual Christmas Spooktacular and Gravies Awards going down then. I know it's a long time away, but we've already booked our date. So mark that in your calendars. Saturday, December 16th. Southern Star Brewing Company, the official sponsor of the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool, man.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool.
All right. We like it when you guys send in. You're not cool. A lot of things in life are not cool. Maybe stubbing your toe happens in the middle of the night. Maybe your kid clogs the drain and forgets to turn the tub off and it floods the floor. That's a way more severe version of not cool, but also still not cool. If anything like that happens to you, anything not cool, anything that makes you just say, hey man, that's not cool. Anything that happens to you throughout the week, hit us up on Twitter at PassGradePod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool. That's how we'll find them. We'll pick some of the best ones each week and we will read them aloud. So we're gonna start off with some listeners, some viewer not cools. And our first one comes from Alexis Garcia at Alexis Texas _ on Twitter. And she says, her not cool is getting sick while on vacation. This is the third straight vacation that this has happened.
You're not drinking enough on vacation.
She's got the Bobby. She's got the Bobby symptoms. Just Bobby's coming back sick. And I don't know what it is about vacation. Sometimes it's like, maybe is it a mental thing? I guess if you're on vacation and you're sick.
Well,
maybe
it's
if you come back
probably
and you get sick, then it's like your body's just like, but I like vacation more.
You're away from your home and your germs and you're being introduced to new germs. That's why on vacation, you got to drink as much whiskey as you can to counteract all those germs that are coming into your body. Alcohol kills germs.
Agreed.
Yeah, you just got to drink more bourbon when you're on vacation. That's the key.
Just drink more. Drink more bourbon.
There you go.
There you go. But yeah, that does suck. And she said she was also sick of all the foreign meds. Please don't be xenophobic, all right? Sometimes their meds are just as good as our meds, all right? They just say stuff in different languages that we might not understand. If I had
And they're
nickel
cheap.
for every time I had to have an azithromycin without knowing what it really said on it, then I'd have a couple nickels in my hand.
Yeah. You know what? Don't have foreign medicine then. When you're over there, drink Jack. That's domestic.
American. Well, it's not. It's foreign. It's imported then.
Yeah, but it's
domestic.
But it's our
your
domestic.
body. It's domestic. It's like, yeah, you know how like they say they're not a sponsor anymore, but they would always say like with bee honey, if you have local honey, that it's like it's good for your immunity. Like if you just have like if you're out of the country and you have something from your country, you're like, oh, a Budweiser, hell yeah. It just feels like I'm an American. And like that's just good for the soul. Jack. It's like, oh, it's from Tennessee. All right. And like your body's like, oh, hey, it's something from home. From the States. Works that way. Pat now he's talking medicine.
PTGMD, baby.
Exactly. PTGMD. We're doctors. Glamour Perry at Glam for Life. I actually hung out with Glamour on Friday at Rod Ryan Show Ditch Day. Shout out to the Gravy Gang. I posted a picture on our Instagrams and I believe on our Facebook and Twitter as well. We did a big Gravy Gang picture up on the stage, but Raimundo was there. Glamour and her mom Vanessa were there. Todd Voss was there. Brad was there. Ashley was there. Jordan was there. Everybody was there. Alex O was there. Mundo was there. I already said, but if I'm forgetting anybody, I apologize. Melissa Hyde, she brought some goodies. Again, Melissa Hyde always bring the goodies. We got to see Mike. We got to see everybody from the Gravy Gang. We got to see Becca. who's a fairly new member of the Gravy Gang. But yeah, cool to see the Gravy Gang. Always good to get together and to hang out. And shout out to everybody that was out at Rod Ryan Show Ditch Day on
Going next year
on Friday. But Glamour was there, and Glamour was awesome. And she does have a not cool for us. She says her not cool is when you get a gift basket from a client and someone steals it before you even get it into the office. This is a classic. If you haven't watched The Office, again, it might just sound like I'm speaking foreign language, but this is the classic "Where are the turtles" situation. If you have seen The Office, Michael Scott loses, or he takes baskets to customers to try and win them back. When they refuse to come back, he goes back and just confiscates the baskets. And if they've eaten the chocolate turtles, he yells at them until they admit that they've eaten the chocolate turtles. But yeah, you just go and you harass it. I think I saw some. If I believe, if I'm correctly remembering, that you had said something to people that they needed to put it back on your desk by the end of the day or something. Would really love to know how that went. But yeah, shitty when you're like, oh, cool, a gift basket. The only time that's okay is if you think it was like a gift basket for everybody else, and so you took it to like just munch on it, but you don't take it with you.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. There's no better way.
I always make a rule to never be the guy to open stuff unless I bring it.
Right?
Like, even if like they were like, hey guys, like honestly, if there was if somebody sent past the Gravy a gift basket and it was one of those like wrapped ones, like I would, like if we had a green room or whatever, I would set it on a table in there and wait till one of you guys touched it, because I don't like being the guy to open things like that.
Even when someone's like, I brought donuts to work, I'm not grabbing the first one.
I'm not at all the first guy. No, I'll be the guy where like I wait. Like there's not a lot of traffic around there. Not a lot of people in the break room. Where we're like, take one, go. They bring food to the radio station a lot of times. And like I'm so weird. It's like a weird social anxiety that I'll have where you're just like a lot of times they'll serve it, and then sometimes they serve it and leave and like, oh hey, thank you guys. And sometimes they serve it and they hang out and just like wait, like, oh yeah, no, this is our new breaded chicken we have. And I'm like, I just had the food for free. And it's like, I will just not eat the food. I'll just not eat the food if they're standing there. And that's me being an asshole, because it's like they're giving us free food, but it's like I shouldn't be afraid of you giving me your spiel. You're just doing your job and you're giving me free food. And it's like,
Yeah, I've been screwed by it before because, like I said, I always hang back 10, 15 minutes, make sure everybody has time to get back there. Last time my boss brought a bunch of pizzas, I hung back for a while. And by the time I got back there, all the pizza was gone. Sometimes it's a tactical error, but you know what? I don't like being the first.
Yeah, I hate that. But so yeah, like it's ballsy that there's always got to be somebody that will take the gift basket, I guess. So maybe that's that person, but not just for yourself.
To just take, like, it's one thing to open it and grab something out of it. To take the gift basket is just a completely just fucking insane move.
I got shit on the morning show from Rod Ryan many moons ago. It was a Friday, and somebody had come in from New Orleans with a New Orleans like a New Orleans authentic king cake. I was looking for the word king cake, but it was a king cake, and I was like, okay, cool, thank you so much. And everybody else had left for the day, for the weekend, so I was like, I'm just gonna take this with me. And then over the weekend, me and my now wife were munching on that, but like I just took the whole cake. And Rod and Dinah, who was on the show, were like, what? How the fuck would you do? Why would you take all the cake from us? And I was like, because nobody else was there, and it was gonna be there over the weekend, and it wasn't gonna be good. And like I even checked with the lady, shout out Donna Janusa, if she still listens. She brought it to us and was like, yeah, it's probably not gonna be good in 2 days. And I was like, all right, well then, like, I'm gonna take it home for the weekend. Better have somebody that uses it. And I did eat a lot of it. And they were like, well, they were trying to give me a hard time. There's no real reason to give me a hard time, but it's like, that was the only time I felt bad about it. And I was like, I swear I wouldn't have been the first person to even break into it. I would have waited for somebody to cut it.
No, you're fine.
It's my cake. I'm going to wait for somebody else to cut it.
Yeah. No, you
I always hated the
right.
first piece of the cake thing. I fucking hated that game as a kid. Like, well, you get the first. I don't want the first piece. Just hand me a piece.
Somebody hands it to you, hands you the first piece, you just pass it along.
For as like over the top as I am, I feel like about everything in my life where I have to have things a certain way. When it comes to like social anxiety and weird stuff like that, I'm like, I'm not going to be the person that takes the lead on that. Hey, I'm not going to tear through that. That's why, like, I know I'm a very good guy in airport situations usually. Whereas, like, I'm never going to be the guy you see on like an airport vibe video. unless I'm like laughing at somebody. Because I can be like, no, I'm not taking it past this line. I'm too scared to open a gift basket.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm like you. I might end up laughing in the video, or I could be a guy that like 3.5 minutes into it is the guy that goes, "Just shut the fuck up."
Okay, yeah, I could be that guy too. I do love that guy. About 2 minutes to 3 minutes into any like 5 to longer minute video about like a plane confrontation, like, you're holding the whole fucking plane up. Just sit the fuck down. Somebody always like just has it. It's usually like an old guy, and he's just like, sit the hell down. I'm trying to get to Denver.
It's always a dude in his 50s or 60s. I love that guy. You would be electric because you would be the guy who's like, oh, we're gonna keep yelling. You're just gonna yell. That's gonna make this better. No, yeah, keep yelling. They're gonna let you sit down.
You're definitely fixing it. You're definitely fixing it.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing so good right now. This is really gonna help your cause. I'm sure they're not gonna ban you from flying this airline ever again.
No, it doesn't look like you did anything. It doesn't
You
look
would
like
just
you did anything, shouting and screaming and throwing your fist. It doesn't look like you did anything.
And then you have a story about how you got kicked off an airplane for antagonizing it, and you're like, "Oh, I thought this was America."
God, that would be the worst to be on a no flight list. Not that I fly a lot, but like that also maybe would that be the best maybe? Because then you can just get out of a lot of stuff. You're like, I can't go, can't fly, not gonna drive. Like that basically like chops off like half of the country. Like I'm not driving. Like I don't care what the fuck anybody has. I'm not going to Montana now. Can't fly there. Not driving.
Yeah, so really it would be like the farthest you could possibly go would be like maybe Nebraska and Mississippi. Like, and now those are long, but like that's the extent of your ability to travel. and not I'm not counting El Paso. You're not going through East Texas. It's just going to be north of us and then to the east and just a little semicircle right there. That's your travel range.
Yeah, like New Mexico.
No, see, but that's the wrong direction.
That's no, but like I was trying to think like exactly like where I could kind of because you could probably start like New Mexico up.
Yeah, that would actually work for me, New Mexico.
And then like
my friend's parents have a place out there, so I can do that.
Start at right about Colorado at least, and then just chop that off. And it's like I'm not driving any further than that.
Colorado's so far though, dude. Like New Mexico
is
so far.
But that gives me a lot of range if I really want to get crazy. But it's like I can guarantee you that like if I couldn't fly anywhere, like I'm never going to drive there unless I'm moving to one of those places.
I would say my range would be probably 10-hour drive because it's got to be a drive I can knock out in one sitting. And like I could do 10 hours in one day. Like it would suck, but that's the way I would do it if I had to. Anything farther than a 10-hour drive, not going.
Yeah. And this all started from people stealing gift baskets from Glamour. Don't do that, people. Don't be that guy.
I hope they get fired.
There, Robert. We were doing good. We were doing good today until then. I was just like, shut the fuck up. I'm not even taking any more time talking to you. Sometimes he gives me approving looks, and that time was not one of those looks. All right, last one we got. Oh, okay, blame it on the cold. Blame it on the cold. Last listener, viewer submitted not cool from Raimundo Benavides, our reigning Pass the Gravy MVP at the Gravy's Awards. He's at KMundoB on Twitter, and Mundo says his not cool is ate some bad rotisserie chicken on Sunday and threw up. Then my uvula swelled up. I felt weird all day. I feel like he explained what a uvula was at.
It's like the dangly part of the tonsils, I think.
Day. Yeah, I'm Googling it.
Yeah, I read that to somebody at work, and they thought that was vulva, and I was like, "No, he's a man."
Vulva's vagina, right?
Yeah, part of it. Yeah,
nailed it. No, I know anatomy.
That's pussy talk from Pass the Gravy.
Yeah. You can get your uvula pierced, is what I'm learning on Google right now. Also, don't though, please. Oh God, I want to throw up. Nope.
All that means is that you have no gag reflex and you really want to show it off.
Nope.
Yeah, no, that's a whole bunch of nope. I would just be constantly vomiting until I died.
I kept looking at it after that. It wasn't even anybody getting it done. It was just
I want to see
how do you keep your mouth open like that for somebody to do it? I just had Googled uvula and then it said uvula piercing was another option. And I was like, well, I'll click that. And nope, wish I hadn't. We're talking
fucking weirdos.
PTG MD. But yeah, Mundo said eating bad rotisserie chicken and throwing up and having your uvula swell up. Not great. Not great. Anytime you're like, damn it, if you can trace it back to like food you had, you're like, why did I have to have that? Especially if it's food that you didn't have to have. If you had rotisserie chicken for dinner, not a big deal, but it's always, I'll be like, did I really need to go back for that third burrito? Now I feel like shit because I ate too much. That's always what I regret later.
That's a dangerous game with kolaches
Yeah.
because they're delicious. So you hammer them and then you're like, oh, that was too many.
Really, any breakfast things? Maybe that's we had tried to solve the mystery of why kolaches are so expensive compared to donuts, and it was probably just meat. I can't remember what we really picked. You'll see that on Best Stuff, I'm sure. But maybe it's just to prevent you from doing that with kolaches. But like donuts are the same way because if you buy a dozen, like it's easier to just get a dozen when I order it here, and then you're like, all right, cool, and then you have 2 or 3, and then you just munch on donuts all day. But like usually it's like right as you're getting ready to go to bed, you're like, I'll have these last 2 donuts. And you're like, why did I have 2 donuts before bed? Fuck.
I've never had that problem. I can hammer donuts all day,
Full-size
and I don't get that fucking super full feeling. It's just like these are donuts. These are delicious. They're so light and fluffy. Like these aren't filling.
Do they ever have morning baseball game? We should.
I
Do
wonder
the
how
exact
many donuts I
opposite.
could sit in one sitting.
I was about to say an idea we could do that. I feel like we're just going to have to live stream the 999 hot dogs thing, but it'd be really funny. There's some network. I think it's Peacock does like the Saturday like 10 a.m. games. They'll have first pitch at. We need to have because Robert will have to do it too. It's just donuts. We have to have a donut, an inning, and we have to drink coffee. Like we have to have a cup of coffee in it, and it's 9 coffees.
Oh my God.
9 donuts, and we're just like wired as fuck the whole time.
You're
We're just
crashing,
on like
but
the
you have
biggest
enough
sugar caffeine
to go
high
through
ever.
it.
We stay up for 6 days.
Oh my God, that sounds awful.
We can switch to decaf. We'll switch to decaf. You're allowed to switch to decaf, but like that'd be really funny. Like, what they're crushing beers and hot dogs. Like, no, donuts and coffee.
I'd rather do shots and donuts.
But for Robert being the guy that does it, like not drinking, like that would be funny. Like that being the gluttony that he has to get into. He's going ham on donuts. But do you like? I feel like thinking about it, 9 donuts definitely seems way easier to do than 9 hot dogs.
Dude, you know what would be hard? 9 donuts and 9 bottles of water. That would be a fucking hard one.
Also on it. Oh, 9 Southern Star Hoppy Elixirs.
Yeah.
Perfect sponsor tie-in. Robert, you're down, right? You're doing it. We're in. We're already roping you in.
Oh,
9
I have to
donuts,
say.
9 Hoppy Elixirs.
Donuts, I think, would be tougher than hot dogs because of the sugar.
Right, but like there's not as much mass. Actually, because over 9 innings is the rule. Like you can only do 1 an inning. Like you can't. Because I feel like if you like Alex crush 10 donuts, crush 9 donuts right now, I could do it. I probably couldn't really fast, but like I feel like I could do it in a fairly quick amount of time because your stomach's not all the way full yet. But if it's expanding every single time while you're waiting an inning,
I think what it is
trigger would
you
also
can
be a
play
lot.
you can play catch up on your donuts and beers, but you can't get ahead of it. So like you can't drink your 7th beer in the 6th inning. But if you're only at 5 beers, you can drink those next 2 during it. Like you can play catch up, but you can never go ahead of the pace. That way everything does sit in on it, and it makes it harder that way.
And we should also have a rule that you can't be like more than like 1 or 2 behind on innings.
Yeah.
Because
You
then
can't-
like
you can't be
just
more than
like,
1
I'm gonna
inning
wait
behind.
till the 9th and then go bam, 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 bam.
Yeah. You got to be at least within 1 inning, 1 beer, and 1 hot dog. I guess it's just beer and
Well,
hot dog.
I'd say
it.
within 2. I could say within 2 because then like that means you have to do 3 in the 9th inning, which is really showing you who's who, you know.
And if you get a first pitch out in that 9th inning, you're like, oh fuck.
So Robert, you're in on this. Good. We got our new 999 challenge. It'd be really funny if we just did like super lame challenges like that. All right, we're gonna see if for a basketball game we can do 4 beers and 4 soft pretzels in 4 quarters. Like, well, that's easy to do. We're gonna try it, boys.
I'm trying to look
And
up
it's
when the
us
Astros and the Yankees
and one more
play each other.
person, and we just split it. I'm not going to those games. I'm not letting them affect me.
No, not going to it. Like you said, we'll have to live stream it. But I'm trying to find one, whatever day. What would be a good third, fourth, fifth, and so August 6th is a Sunday. It's that way we're watching it no matter what. We both lose.
Yeah.
So it's just misery for everybody involved. Regardless, if your team wins, you still lose because you just had 9 hot dogs, 9 beers that quickly in 2 hours.
Robert, you have to do hot dogs and bottle of water. Poppy elixirs.
9 waters that quick is very difficult.
Yeah.
Poppy elixirs too. So it's kind of carbonated.
Yeah, so that'll help you burp in a clear room.
Yeah. You're gonna love it.
Robert's like, I'm just
Hey,
not
yeah,
gonna
it's-
show
it's-
up, guys.
It seems like I will.
We are. I mean, Mundo gave us those cool past grade baseball jerseys. We need to wear them for some sort of content to make it worth his time.
Mm-hmm.
Mundo and Victor, shout out to them.
Maybe. Oh wait, maybe then we don't do a Yankees game because you just can't. You can't wear the opposing team's colors during the
See,
game
but
you're
it's
playing
not.
them.
It's past the gravy.
Yeah.
But I said, but it's the colors. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm cool with it.
No, but I'm saying when we do it for Astros Yankees, is that what you said?
Yeah,
So we would be wearing the colors of the two teams. It would make sense for who we were supporting. It would just be past
But-
the gravy colors, though.
but no, but I'm saying, but the jerseys are Astros colors.
Mine is a Yankees one.
Oh, I don't know why. I guess I've never seen yours.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I ever actually saw yours.
Oh, really? Yeah. This is a dope one. Raimundo.
Okay, well then yes, definitely. That's perfect. August 6th. Put it on the
Oh, yeah.
books.
That plays.
Uh, uh,
That plays. And we'll look sick, and then it'll be like, wow, good content, guys. Then people will watch that. That's a day game, you said?
yeah, it is actually. It's a 12:35 game.
Mark that day off, boys. Bring some Pepto-Bismol.
Just taking shots of that in between innings.
And that's how we derail a show, Robert, right there with that kind of hypothetical discussion every single time. All right. I will go first because I feel like mine's not that bad, but it sucks. My not cool is I feel like for 2 of the last 3 weekends I've gotten drunk and just forgot stuff places or just lost stuff, and that sucks. When you wake up and you're like I went to that party for the Rod Ryan show on Friday. Had a great time. Then somehow ended up at Rod's house, hanging out with Rod. Don't remember how I got to Rod's house. Woke up at like 1 something on the couch. Everybody else was asleep. It was dark. And I was like, don't remember laying down here. And so I just panicked and called an Uber and went home. And forgot my hat. I forgot my sunglasses. I forgot my AirPods. I forgot just about everything but like my wallet and my keys and my phone. So I got like the main things, I guess, but you could tell like I was just like, oh shit. And Rob was just like, yeah, you left it all. Like, it's just on the couch next to you. But you could tell like I just panicked. And it's just like that like drunk mode where you just like, I just got to get to my destination is like a good survival instinct, but you always just lose the like non-essential. Keys, phone, wallet, need these. Like it's almost like just the beauty of your brain and how it works when it is fucked up like that. It's funny to look back at sometimes, but it sucks because I'm like, now it's a chore. And luckily Rod and I worked together, so Rod just brought the shit on Monday and I was fine. But like I left shit at my brother's house and it was just like, why did I forget all my shit there? Like, why'd you because you were drunk and you just I gotta go home. Most important thing, get back to where home is. Least important thing, wear his hat.
That's one of those things that sucks too. It's like, yeah, at least you left it at a coworker's house so they can just bring it to you. But then you're like, hey, can you pick up all my shit and bring it to me?
Can I meet you somewhere? So yeah, I also so initially I was like, hey, Rod, did you happen to find my AirPods, my hat, and my sunglasses? And he was like, sunglasses, AirPods, yes, no hat. And I think I had taken the hat and set it on the concrete outside while I was waiting for the Uber, and it was like on his porch or whatever, because he sent me later. He was like, I found the hat. and so it must have been like in a different location. But yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't know why you spread shit out like that. I don't know why I spread shit out like that.
Drunk mind, dude. It happens. It happens to the best of us.
But I had to do the whole thing where like when I didn't think I had the hat, I had to be like Uber app. Hey driver, I think I might have left something in your car. It's this hat. It was actually this hat that I'm wearing right now. And it was like, okay, it's a maroon hat, says Irons on it. Yeah, okay? Did my AirPods just switch?
No,
No.
Oh, okay,
you're good.
all right, that was weird. My thing, but yeah, I had to go through that whole process, and the guy's like, "Yeah, I didn't find it, man. Sorry." And then boom, Rod's like, "Okay, I got this." Like a couple hours later, so I was just like, "Right, whatever." But like having to go through the steps of like, "Hey, dude, sorry," and then like, well, I'm just gonna never see the hat again, and saying goodbye to a hat. It's a sad day.
It's tough.
But yeah, just getting drunk and forgetting things, not cool.
That sucks. I'll go next. I got two. One, now that I'm starting to golf and stuff, I have to toe the line of keeping my hat off enough to where I can start to, build some sort of a base layer of like tan on the top of my head, but not keeping it out very long because I'm the whitest person ever and I burn very, very quickly. So just like I'll have the hat on, take it off for a couple minutes, let the air hit my head, but then like I have to consciously think, put the hat back on or you're gonna burn. And a sunburn on the top of the head fucking sucks.
Yeah,
So itchy.
yeah.
It's so itchy. And my other one is I just have the most severe case of FOMO from ditch day. Like I just saw so many people having fun. And so at one point on during that day, like I guess a couple of the bartenders were there and just sent a picture and sent it back to the GM and was like, I'm at this bar. Why the fuck is Pat's face on a TV screen here? And it was a picture of Pass the Gravy playing.
Oh
She had
yeah,
no fucking-
so there's a sign company that had sponsored it, and they had like a big. I wish I remember the sign for you, I think, or whatever. I can't remember the name of it, but they had a big like trailer they brought out with a giant ass screen, and they just had like kind of ads. They were promoting us and like the show and like our podcast and stuff, and so it was just the picture we had shared last week of you and me, and it was like last week's episode of Pass the Gravy. It was like, what the fuck? Because he was like, that's cool that it popped up. I was like, I didn't even realize it was doing that.
Yeah, she was very confused. She's like, yeah, I didn't even know you had a podcast. But I just started laughing because as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, she must be at Ditch Day. I mean, there's just some people who are like, yeah, you're not our
way to promote.
but it's also a good thing though, because I got enough FOMO out of it that I was like, dude, fuck it. Next year, I told the other managers, I was like, next year, whatever day this is, I'm taking a Friday off. I'm going.
It was awesome, especially with West Ham on Wednesday, because then it was like Wednesday, shit show, Thursday, recovery from shit show, Friday, I'm still treating it like it's a West Ham parade anyways. So like I just went all the way into the weekend with it. Wednesday was basically the weekend to me after they won.
That's a good week.
It's Thursday and Friday, I woke up thinking it was Friday. I was like, oh, it's Friday. Oh, no, we have another day after this. Okay, well, today's Friday. Sick. Yeah.
It's a good week.
Yeah.
Robert?
But you, Robert, which you guys are not cool. Mr. World Traveler.
Yeah, I think it's obviously the being sick thing. I think you guys talked about earlier too with Alexis.
Yeah.
My sickness always start with like a bubble in my throat that I have all day that I can't get rid of. And that started on Thursday for me. And by Friday, I'm like, yeah, I'm sick. This sucks. Like I'm never coming back to Santa Barbara because of this. It's a city that got me sick.
Dead to you.
Yeah. And on Monday, it just felt like a cold. And Sam was like, oh, maybe you have COVID. I'm like, no, I don't think it's COVID. It's just cold. But when she put that in my head, I'm like, you know what? I can't smell. And I wasn't sure if it was because my nose was so stuffed. Because like my nose was so stuffed, I couldn't like breathe properly. I felt like I was choking every single time. Like I would eat because I can't breathe in through my nostrils. I'm like, I'm like out of breath just eating. So you know what? I'll just take a test. See if it is COVID or not. It is. I have COVID. Probably got that, I don't know, airport or something. But yeah, that's been tough to deal with, especially the breathing thing. It was like my nose is so stuffed up, and I still not fully sure if I couldn't smell because my nose was so stuffed up, or if it was a symptom. I don't know. It might have been like a mixture of both.
You're being a super spreader.
Well,
Remember that
I've
word?
yeah, but now I've been back home, so and sleeping in the
Not
living
super
room,
spreading.
not super spreading.
You have been sleeping in the living room?
I have been, yeah.
Damn, dude.
It's been super spreading out in the living room.
There we go. Super spread out.
Yeah, I
like
guess
it.
so. Mm-hmm. And yesterday on Tuesday, I was feeling like really crappy, and I was thinking, I'm definitely not going to be doing this podcast tomorrow on Wednesday because, like, I don't know if it shows up on camera now, but like I'm all peely all over my nose, and I was super dry and like cracked skin.
Oh, I hate that.
I'm like,
That
I
is
don't
the
want to be on
worst.
camera. I don't want to even like talk. But this morning I woke up feeling a little better, so I'm like, you know what? I'll do it.
You grind through.
Grind
Fucking
through it.
trooper.
This is your
Yeah.
flu game. Your MJ flu game. Shout out to Robert. Everybody thank Robert in the comments on the YouTube video. Past Great Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to us if you haven't already. Go say thank you, Robert. Thank you for TYSF, Robert. Or thank you, TYFS, Robert.
TYFYS.
And that reminds me, I think that
TYFCYS.
there's more of an incentive to get us to 500 subscribers because YouTube just updated where like you can monetize at 500 now. So
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, okay. And now we got a fully legal intro that's cleared.
mhm.
Now we're in business.
So help us get to 500.
Yeah. There you go. So go and create accounts. Subscribe them all. Father's Day. Everybody go to your dad's YouTube and subscribe to Pass Through AV. All right, guys. A little goes a long way. Pass Through
Teamwork.
Podcast. That's youtube.com/ at Pass Through Podcast. Right?
Oh, I just remembered not cool on all of us. Today is the birthday of the infantry when they were created, and we didn't mention it. So that's on us.
Always got to remember those infantry birthdays.
Yeah.
Army, I think is what you think.
Yeah.
Army.
It's the army branch, but I think it's specifically the infantry.
Shout out to all the infants out there.
An army out of infants. Yeah, am I right?
I could take them.
You can take all the infants.
Yeah. I fucking just kick them. They're down there.
Yeah, they can't walk. They're infants. They get no chance.
Had Pat die.
No chance.
Swarmed by infants.
You're drowning them. Drowning them all. Let's move on to our final segment of the show, the answer segment. We always start off with some high thoughts, drunk ideas. I did a couple of those last week, I believe. And yeah, if you guys have any weird questions, if you got any relationship advice you'd like, maybe some familial advice, any kind of conundrum you found yourself in, medical advice, parenting advice, we got you. If you got any questions for us, hit us up. Use the hashtag PTG Answers to @PassGreatPod on Twitter. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at NotPatDN. Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. Use the hashtag PTG Answers and tag us at PassGreatPod. That's how we will search and find them. You can also email them to us, answers@PassGreatPod.com or at PassGreatPod.com, and go out and contact us. Jesse will forward those questions over to us. But Twitter is the best way to reach out to us. At PassGreatPod, use the hashtag PTG Answers. It's the answers segment.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right. Our first question this week comes to us from our podcast son, and this is fitting. He sends us a question on Father's Day week, and Skylar says he's at OMG. It's Skylar on Twitter, and Skylar says, "Grease, the original High School Musical."
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It was literally a musical about high school. I can't think of any other one.
They were all in their 30s, but it was about high school.
Yeah. But this guy's supposed to be 17. He has a
I don't even-
full beard.
I don't even remember their names. Danny? Is that his name?
Sandy.
Sandy. Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
The
I don't remember John
T-Birds.
Travolta's name. The Pink Ladies.
Rydell High School. I'm crushing
Beauty
it
School
with
Dropout,
race
man.
Trivia. Beauty School Dropout, baby. Yeah,
One of the
no, it
chicks'
was the
name was like
original.
Rizzo. Was it one of the chicks Rizzo?
It sounds like a name from that time period.
Yeah.
Spike was probably another name. Slim. Was there a Slim?
All I remember is just every guy with the comb and the hair. Just, let me comb it back real quick.
I got my leather jackets. Come on over here, boys. What do you think of these gals?
I met this chick. Let's sing about it.
That's what me and my friends always did.
Mhm.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
She
Pat,
blew
can you
me
stop
in
fucking
the
singing
tub.
and just telling me? Just tell me what's her name?
For the love of God, man, just tell
Her
me
name
how
is
were her
ha
tits.
ha 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 ha. I got a blowy in the back seat. Moving on.
I was
Yeah,
sweating.
Grease.
The seats had some heat.
Grease is the OG High School Musical, absolutely.
Definitely.
Quentin Hughes at Q the Ace on Twitter writes in and he says, "What are you convinced that people are just pretending to enjoy?"
Life.
I can see why people would enjoy life. One that I put is a cleanse. A cleanse, any sort of cleanse, because people are like, I just really went on like it was this whole like health cleanse I just went on. And it's like I was just eating dirt for 6 weeks, or even if it's a social media cleanse, it's like you didn't enjoy it. You're still like, I wonder what's going on there. Like even if it's something as simple as that, it's like you still like you don't like it. That's why you have to cleanse yourself of it. A cleanse can never be fun. I also think diets are kind of the same way.
Yeah.
If you're pretending to enjoy going on a cleanse, fuck you. No, you're not.
I just do so little now. I don't even know what actual people do with their lives. Hiking? No, we're gonna just walk out into nature and take pictures. Look, my life is so fun. You're fucking just walking, man.
I would say
You went
golf.
hiking. Did you get it? Did you get it, Robert? When you went hiking, were you like, I get why people do this?
We didn't do much hiking actually. A lot more like walking around in the city. But
That
I
counts.
can get it, yeah.
Golfers don't pretend to enjoy golf though. When they're not enjoying it, you're gonna know. Fuck
But
this
like
game.
even like
Snapping their
watching
clubs in half.
golf.
Watching golf, it's just a total dad move. It's just like, okay, there's sports,
Golf also
but
gives you
it's
an
nice
excuse to get away from stuff. So maybe that's really what it's about. And I think a lot
That
of times
and-
people golf because like, I don't have to be
Right,
with the
they're
old
pretending
ball
to
and
enjoy it.
chain.
But watching golf,
Yeah.
it gives you a good
yeah,
good
they're
excuse to
pretending to.
nap. Like, oh, I'm
If you're
just
good
gonna
at golf.
listen to the sounds of the birds and nod off on the couch for 45 minutes.
Maybe coffee.
So I don't know.
Yeah, because
Some
I
people
don't
love their fucking
enjoy
coffee.
People do enjoy it, but I
But
feel like I feel like wine too, and like I get people enjoy wine, but it's like I feel like a lot of it's just made up.
yeah, you're full of shit. You know, I can taste the earthy
Tannins.
tones. Get out of here. You can't taste shit.
Blue cheese.
Dude,
Nah,
this
it's just-
podcast that I'm on, the New York Giants Rush podcast, man, they were coming at me hard about like blue cheese or ranch, and I was like, it's ranch. Like, what? And they were like, that's it. They thought it was like an atrocity. I was like, you guys are in the minority, you know that, right? Like way more people would take ranch over blue cheese. It was a whole thing.
It's a very strong
like blue
flavor.
cheese, they were convicted.
Blue cheese is one of those ones where
God,
like
Peg and Nikki.
I didn't like it when I was younger either, but then my palate changed, and I like a strong.
I don't love
flavor
it,
from
but
my
like
cheese.
if it's got a blue cheese dressing on it or whatever, it's like, all right, I'll get that if that's part of it. I'm not gonna just actively seek out blue cheese.
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate, I don't get it.
I like dark
I
chocolate.
don't get dark chocolate.
It's different, but it's still good. And women are crazy, and they're the ones that love dark chocolate. So
You just said
people
you
that
like
say,
it.
no, I do. I don't think it's better than milk. People that say, "Oh, it's better than milk chocolate," you're full of shit. You're full of fucking shit. It's not
you're
better.
full of shit.
You're just trying to be a hot take guy with chocolate.
So yeah, those are some things that we think people are just pretending. to like
Breaking Bad.
or enjoy? Breaking
No,
Bad.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Breaking Bad's good. All right. Good question, Quentin. Appreciate you, buddy. At QD Ace on Twitter. Our next one's from Todd Voss. He's at as_scene_by_TV. Hung out with him on Friday at Ditch Day. And Todd gives us another power ranking to do. He said power rank these instruments based on sexiness. So power rank the sexiest instruments. And he gives us guitar, any kind of guitar, drums or percussion, piano or keyboard, saxophone, and jazz flute. So basically guitar, drums, piano, sax, and jazz flute. I will go first. The saxophone is for many years. I've always said the saxophone is the sexiest instrument. That's one. Just, oh my God, the saxophone, it gets you there. I don't care who you are. It's just sex. It's just sexy. It almost is saxophone. All right. Like
Bill Clinton played it, and that man knew sexy.
That man loves sex. But it is the sexiest instrument. So saxophone 1, piano 2, because like you could serenade a girl over that, she can lay over the piano. That's what I always imagined it as, and just piano's classy and sexy at the same time. So it's like classy, sexy. Then like those are obvious 1 and 2. After that gets a little bit muddy because number 3, I'm gonna go with guitar. Guitars can be really annoying, but chicks also like getting serenaded with guitars. You know, like you can also win her heart over. You could be an annoying guitar guy if you're bringing it to the party, but also you can win the chick over with a guitar and singing. So like that plays. So I'm gonna go guitar 3, drums 4, because girls are always like chicks dig drummers. I was toying with drums
Tommy
4
Lee.
and 3, but chicks dig drummers. They always say drummers are hot. That's why like you're not last. And then number 5 is jazz flute, because I thought the bit on Anchorman was that Ron Burgundy was just so sexy that he could make the jazz flute sexy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not that the jazz flute was sexy, although the jazz flute is awesome.
The way he played it was, but he was Ron Burgundy.
Right. Lizzo does it too. Lizzo makes jazz flute sexy. All right. And you're a hater. You're a hater phobic.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of some way that you hate her, and you against your body shaming if you don't think that she makes it hot. But
No,
yeah,
she
jazz flute
is
was
wrong.
5.
She's wrong on everything until she admits the whole not knowing about dunking Oreos into milk was a bit. Until she acknowledges that, no more Lizzo.
So I'm gonna go saxophone, piano, guitar, drums, jazz flute. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. Very similar. Saxophone's 1. It just is. If you don't believe me, go to YouTube and type in "sexy sax man." That dude, he's got a mullet and no shirt on, and he's blasting out "Careless Whisper" on the saxophone in the middle of a mall food court. Sexiest fucking thing you've ever seen in your life. 2, I'm going guitar. Guitar is a very and specifically, there's one thing that pops in my head. It's the sexiest guitar riff of all time. It was that Santana song. Just like the ocean under the moon. You know that one? That fucking Santana guitar riff. The sexiest fucking guitar riff of all time.
That plays.
It's got that.
Plays.
It's got Latin heat dripping off of it, but the guitar is sexy. Chicks want to be with the guitarist. It's just what it is. 3, I'm going piano. You can tickle the fucking ivory, man. You
tickle those ivories. You can tickle a lot more than ivories. You know what I'm saying?
You get the ladies going. They're like, oh, he's good with his fingers. Yeah. 4, drums. Just it's not the sexiest instrument in of itself, but drummers do well. And a good drum beat, like nice and low, can be sexy too. Good background music. And then 5, the jazz flute is, unless you're elite, it's just not a sexy instrument.
I agree completely. All right.
Here comes Robert with jazz flute at 1.
My number 1 is actually piano. So piano number 1. Going saxophone number 2.
All right.
I think I would have done guitar higher. Guitar was number 3, but I would have done higher if he didn't say any, because I think specifically it's acoustic guitar. That's sexy.
Flamenco. Guitar.
See, I just proved you wrong though. Carlos Santana. That's a sexy ass guitar, and he plays electric.
Or a
I don't
steel
know.
guitar.
I just don't see too many like electric guitars that's like sexy. Then I'm gonna go jazz flute with drums being last. I've never heard of anything like sexy about the drums.
Oh, I mean, you hear the opening drum beat to "Hot for Teacher," get you
In
going.
the air.
Yeah, that's sexy. That gets the heart fucking going, dude.
I get it though. But yeah, that was a solid power ranking to give us, Todd. That
I
was
enjoyed that a
probably
lot.
long overdue. Yeah, power ranking the sexiest instruments. All right.
The sexy
one,
sex.
Hit us up with things to power rank. Give us something similar and give us 5 options to power rank. And we love power ranking things. We're addicted to them, and we're also very good at it. Next question we got, next to last question is from Brandon Whitehead. He's at Brando Whitehead on Twitter. And Brandon says, horse racing, just Amish NASCAR?
No.
No.
And I'll tell you why. Not horse racing. If it's buggy racing, they got to have the buggy behind it. So it's almost like a chariot race at that point, but that's Amish NASCAR.
Yeah, no, because I feel like that makes sense. Yeah,
because you say
buggy.
You drive the buggy, you ride a horse.
Great observation. Yeah, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with you in that, Robert. Do you agree?
Yep.
It's like borderline, but not quite.
Yeah. It's splitting hairs, but you gotta clearly define these things.
Horse racing is the sport of kings. Buggy racing is the sport of the Amish.
Mm-hmm.
Something to remember.
Beautiful.
Something to remember.
Wise words.
Well, I mean, think about it. Back to the Coliseum. They had the chariot races, which is basically the same thing. That was a sport for the people. Tell me a chariot race didn't look like a fucking NASCAR event. I mean, granted, they didn't have people on the infield because they also had like gladiator events. But yeah.
And they're lions.
You know those people love to see crashes back then.
Great point. Great point.
Want
Yeah.
blood.
So no, not Amish NASCAR, but close. Close. They were borderline.
Also, because NASCAR and the Amish, they both love drinking milk.
That too. They do love. I think that's IndyCar that drinks milk.
No, there's one NASCAR event with the bricks that go across the starting line. There's a NASCAR event where they do it.
Okay.
It's like the winner drinks milk in this victory circle.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. All right. Last one this week comes to us from our girl Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston on Twitter. And Danielle says, how much food does it take to qualify as a mukbang? I had to look up what a mukbang is.
Yeah.
Me too.
Had a different idea, kind of.
What is it? I haven't even looked it up.
It is also known as an eating show. It's an online audio-visual broadcast in which a host consumes various quantities of food while interacting with the audience. The genre became popular in South Korea and has since become a major contributor to this word I can't pronounce, along with K-beauty, K-pop, and Korean dramas, cementing status as a global trend. It can be pre-recorded or live streamed.
It's just eating a lot of food, like binge eating.
The host chats with the audience while the audience type in a chat room. In the eating shows, they talk about what they're eating. So yeah, you're just basically like, "What's up, guys?" So it would be a mukbang to have the 999. That'd be a mukbang, right?
Because I don't think it's about the quantity of the food. I think it's more that you need an audience.
Anything you consider a meal.
It's gonna be larger than just what you would consider a regular portion. It's just gotta be more than that, and you have to have an audience.
I'm just gonna say you have to be like, that's a meal. So like if you had a bowl of soup, that counts. It's a meal. You could say that's a meal.
I was thinking that it has to be at least 3 servings of food. I'm thinking like specifically, I've seen in these pictures that are here is people eating a bunch of burgers and fries and things like that. Like I can reasonably see someone eat 2 burgers and think that's fine. But if it's 3, I'm like, okay, that's a lot. So I think it has to be 3 servings.
I like that.
Something.
Yeah.
All right, I'll allow that.
At least 3.
Robert, you're now in charge of doing a mukbang. this
I'd be
week.
so
So,
terrible at this.
mukbang it up. But hey, guys, just do it like eat your dinner and be like, "What's up? This is me eating dinner." Here we go.
I had a mukbang of kolaches the other day. I had like
Did you,
6.
did you broadcast it? You had to broadcast it.
It's
right,
in
for
it.
the count.
My brother saw it.
Saturday
was just
morning
walking
mukbanging
back.
with Pat. You should just start doing our Instagram and go live, and then be like, just mukbanging, boys and girls. What's going on? Donut number 2. This is cherry glazed.
Who wants to see a fat guy eat a bunch of food? Let's do this. Put up numbies.
Do it. All right. Share reviews and mukbangs. We'll get on those this week. All right, guys. That's what we're known for. We're known for 2 things. Or no, we're known for 1 thing. And that's 2 things. And it's chair reviews and mukbangs.
Robert Barbosa, the chair review king of the Gulf Coast.
The best chair reviewer this side of the Mississippi. Because he doesn't review them on the other side of the Mississippi or this side of the Mississippi.
Not a lot back there.
All right, I think that was it. At Danielle or at Danny_Weston for Danielle's question. I don't remember if I read her Twitter. We are at Pass Great Pod. I'm at Alex J Middleton. Pat's at not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. At Pass Great Pod on Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget about our TikTok. Go subscribe to the YouTube. Help us get monetized, guys. Help us get those that money. Then we get money based off of just views. We don't have to ask y'all to do a bunch of stuff. I don't feel like we do that anyways, but just help us out. YouTube.com/@PassGreatPodcast. Just go to YouTube, search Pass Great Podcast, hit that subscribe. Also subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever else you listen to podcasts. For Father's Day, don't forget to give your dad a free subscription to Pass the Gravy and hit that subscribe button on his phone as well on YouTube too. And yeah. That's about it. Robert has a podcast. Recent Study Suggests. They got new episodes that come out on Mondays. Check that out wherever else you're listening to this. I do another podcast. I just recapped West Ham's European victory. And on the Claire Big Blue podcast, that was our season finale. We're going to be back in about 6 weeks, but you can go listen to the most recent episode at Claire Big Blue podcast on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. And then I also did the NY Giants Rush that you can check out Mondays on NY Giants Rush on YouTube as well if you're a Giants fan. But yeah, lots of stuff we're still doing, so you can consume us in all kinds of ways. We do appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're watching the YouTube, go click the play button on the podcast audio version. If you're listening, go click the play button on the YouTube version. Help us out. Shout out to DSXH Music, Kano, for our intro and I guess outro music too. And have a great rest of your week. Be good to each other until we talk to you guys next time. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Mark Middleton. Love you. And all the dads out there, happy Father's Day until we talk to you next time. Pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick